Okay. Let's get this started. Get a good picture for the Twitter announcement here. Hey, Soren. I appreciate the kind words, mate. Bastion collab. I'm so far today behind, guys. It's actually unreal. I was like started late on like everything. I was like, this video today was like I forgot to like I did the video on like the collab, the counters and all that crap. But then I somehow forgot to put Bastion and Reaper, and then I forgot to add the Roadhog timestamp. So I was like, oh, I was like such an idiot. I started everything late today. It was like so way behind schedule. I need to get. Okay. Then just make sure you keep the door closed. You're good. Oh, this is a good meme. Stream elements shrieking at me again. New mythic skin shown by Blizzard. Play some quick break to get a couple days ago. Oh, nice, mate. That sounds fun. Hey, mods. Okay. Let's get this rolling, y'all. Okay. Okay, starting. Goodness gracious, I am so far behind today. Ah! What is it for? Why did I just get that? Why did I just say reward and then just got like freaking Moira sits there and stews at me and then that's it? What? What's that all about? Okay, GM3. Ready for battle. Yo, Jumex, are you here? Are you in chat, Jumex? Because I don't know who your account is. I'm gonna, because it's not the person you had the thing, so it's a different account. You're in your alt Kawaii. Okay, this is as long as we're clear on who you are. Okay. Let's take a quick look at this form here. GM3. Let's adjust our. That's a great name. That's great. What does kawaii even mean? What does kawaii mean, guys? What does kawaii mean? Cuteness. All right. You're a good boy. All right. Okay. Got it. Thanks, y'all. All right. More ranked. 5 games a week of ranked. How are you GM and you're only playing 5 games a week of ranked? You're a legend. Wow. That's impressive. Not even mad. You want to get ultimate rank? You want to get GM1? Well, I mean, if your real goal is to get GM1, a couple hours a day of consistent practice is probably what most people are going to be. That's necessary. So I'm impressed. But also, if you wanna really push it to GM1 and ultimate and all that, that's most likely what's going to be necessary. But yeah, I mean, I guess good for you. All right, what do you feel is holding you back from improving? Mentality. Playing rank gives me dread, and I don't like losing when it's my fault. We lost. So we get to the root of the issue here. So, I mean, the big thing is just remember when you go into ranked, it's the same thing as quick play. You're there to have fun. You're there to have fun. You're there to enjoy yourself. You're there to apply. You're either there to practice, or you're there to have fun, or you're there to do both. And hopefully, you're doing both. Obviously, it's a lot easier said than done, but it's really important that you do not treat ranked differently than anything else. It's just a game, because any time where you can rejoin a queue immediately afterwards, it means that the ramifications aren't all that important. So just play ranked, mate. Play ranked. Treat it like anything else. If you have to leave voice if things get toxic or people start flaming you or whatever, just play ranked. It's just a game, bro. It's just a game, mate. Don't worry about it. People will be ugly and toxic. So if that happens, maybe you need to leave voice or mute people at that point in time. But remember, like, people will be ugly and toxic even in quick play. But you don't take it seriously because it's just quick play, right? But ranked is the exact same thing. You can always just Riku. So I know it's not something that I can just like, hey, I'll just have a 30-second chat with you and everything's gonna be fixed. Like I when I first started playing ranked, I was so stressed that I would only play like 1 ranked game a week. And I'd make sure that I was like perfectly warmed up. And then I was like literally shaking, like going into queue. I was so scared. And I just had to rep it out. I repped it out over and over and over and over again. And I stopped getting so stressed because I knew that even if I lost a ranked game or if I lost a game or if I played poorly, I just would re-queue and I'd do it again. Yeah, cheers, Hag. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Yeah, Torb does have a lot of counters. I don't like losing when it's my fault we lost. But see, even that statement itself is really silly, respectfully, because how do you know it was your fault that you lost? You only can really consistently see your mistakes, especially as a tank player. You don't have eyes in the back of your head, so it's hard for you to really see what's going on behind you. And the answer to the question is like, whose fault that we lost? There will definitely be people that are playing worse than some people will be playing better. But even in Overwatch League, it was usually my job to review London's matches when they were done and to come up with like some actionable stuff to work on the next week. And I can honestly tell you, I've never had a single map in Overwatch League where a player did not make a mistake. At least, actually 4 or 5 mistakes, at least per match, at least. And these are the best in the world. Everybody makes mistakes. Every game, every team fight, honestly, people make mistakes. So, are you the reason why you lost the ring game? Yes, you're the reason. So is your support and your DPS, and then your other support and your other DPS, and the enemy team all made a bunch of mistakes as well. Don't worry about that. You can't. Your goal is you should never worry about it. Was I the reason that we lost? Because that's such a short-sighted way of looking at things. You know what I'm saying? It's such a short-sighted way of looking at things. Because the answer will always be yes, you're the reason that you lost, or the answer will always be no, you're not the reason that we lost because everybody else had opportunities to carry, they didn't. That's just how it goes, mate. It's always multiple factors. Even if you played literally perfectly, you'd still lose a percentage of your ranked games. Hey, Justice, it's going well, mate. So just keep that in mind. It should never be your goal of whether I was the reason that we lost. It should always be your goal of what should be doing better next game. What do I need to be doing better next game? And that's why we're here. We'll give you some stuff to work on. At the beginning of team fights, I'm just lost. I don't know where I'm at. 7 hours of sleep per night on average, not too bad. Could be a little bit better. 8 is always the greatest. Yeah. And Jumex or Kawaii Kitten, if you have any questions, you can message in Twitch chat or you can message me over Discord. Okay. I don't like my losing because when I lose, it's never my fault. 100%, mate. 100%. Sigma. So I wouldn't be as much of a rush to go to point here when there's an off angle to shoot first. So here, I would put a little bit of attention on shooting this Genji because he's accessible. He's a squishy and he's accessible. Shoot him first, force him to kind of rotate destruction a little bit, and then you can go to point and shoot something. But yeah, good shots on the Cassidy there. Probably don't need to use shield here. You might be thinking that shield is going to allow my team to rotate, but almost always think selfishly with your shield, because you need that shield at full HP to do what you're about to do right now, which, to be very clear, I love what you're doing right now. You've got your shield. You should have your shield. You're about to push out the Cassidy with both of your cooldowns, force out an off angle, maybe get a kill. Love it. But drop your shield. Drop your shield. Don't hold your shield here. Don't hold your shield here. Don't hold your shield here. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You need this shield to threaten this off angle. You got me? Effectively. So if you want to create space for your team by threatening DPS and supports, you need your shield selfishly. Sometimes it's okay to, I said never, but I guess it is sometimes it's okay to shield selflessly for your team, but only when you don't need your shield to create space. Because the danger is that you leave your shield here, you push this off angle, but you can't push this off angle effectively because you don't have your shield, in which case, yeah, this is kind of annoying, but they can shoot around it anyway, and then you can't even properly clear the Cassidy. And he's still a threat. You are a tank by being a threat to the things that are scary to your team. Hello, Jolly. What happens with our rock here? We rush it? What happens? No, we just miss it. That's okay. Shift. Yeah, we kind of get put on the back foot here. So, first things first. If you're going to push forward, this rock has to hit, unquestionably. And in addition to that, I agree. In addition to that, it's okay to drop your shield here because you're full HP. I don't mind you taking a little bit of damage here. You want to know why? Because you're full HP. It's okay to take some damage. You need to save your shield to block crucial cooldowns. And you look at this and you're thinking, there's really only one crucial cooldown I need to worry about. I guess Hinder is kind of important, but it's not that important to block. But Rock is everything. So if you take this trade here, and you're not in a good position to kite out or deal with or shield their Rock because you're trying to shield chip damage onto a Cassidy when you're full, that's a mistake. So I want you to be okay with dropping your shield. First off, reposition your shield faster here. But you hit this. I would even consider dropping my shield right about now. And then having that opportunity either to play around that rock better or being able to have shield when you need it most. We do disengage. Rocket. Good try. Shoot. Control that off angle. Good. Good priority. Drop the shield. Drop the shield. Drop the shield. You're not using it. Drop the shield. You're not using it. There you go. Ah, that's unfortunate. A little sloppy there. Okay, let's keep going. You don't need shield here. You're just walking forward. You don't need shield if you're walking forward when the damage that you're going to take is not lethal. Right here, this is Cassie. He's fine. Even if he headshots you 3 times in a row, you're fine. You're not going to take any serious damage. Drop your shield. 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 Yeah, too slow. Like, the thing with shield is that you only have so much to go around. So every second that your shield is out, when it's not allowing you to take serious space or blocking serious damage or serious cooldowns, is shield HP that you're losing. But worse than that, it's shield HP that you could be regenerating. So that you look at this right here. Bam, you see your brick. Oh crap, we're pushing. My brick's in trouble. I'm gonna shield. Throw your shield out there. Bam, don't need it. If you don't drop your shield right now, your shield will take extra damage and you will lose 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 HP of that shield that could have regenerated at this point in time. Good. Probably don't even need shield here, but you're taking some damage, so it's okay. Drop it. Drop it. Yeah, there you go. Shoot backline. Keep walking. See, no lethal damage. Keep walking. A little bit early with his shield. You don't need to worry about it right now. Because the thing is you have to think about it this way, is where like you don't really need the shield for anything other than to block Sigma damage, right? Because you can't really block much more than that. So just keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Don't rush that rock. Never, almost always want to avoid rushing your rock, and especially in these tank trades. There will always be a cooldown, and he's going to be hard focused on your rock, so there's no way that ever lands. Nice shots. Drop that shield. You need to save shield for that. Exactly. Be a little bit deep on the shield, but you at least were ready for it. Ooh, close. Get ready to shift if necessary. Don't even need to. Nice. Good discipline. Shoot the squishies. Good. Shoot the squishies. Keep staying on them. Stay on them. Yeah, huge. That's actually really hard mechanically right there. I don't think you understand. You guys understand. Great. Excellent to hit the Life Weaver with that. Very important that you hit Life Weaver with that. Because otherwise he just pulls whoever else you go for. Huge. Really nice little cleanup there at the end. Big thing though, shield management. Rushing your rock, both on the tank and the DPS. Oh, we got a bug going on here. Okay, there we go. Those are the main things here. When do you rock as Sigma? Anytime that you like to, where you have a real opportunity to get a kill or get significant pressure. The problem with rushing your rock or using it too early is, especially in tank trades, is they will always have resources to deal with your rock. They'll have a shield, they'll have a fortify, they'll have, matrix or whatever. You want to try and utilize your rock after you've just done a little bit of straight damage, whittle down their shield, get it to the point to where it's going to be difficult or uncomfortable for them to be able to block it. Because if you guys looked at when we used the rock earlier, we used the rock on their shield, right? We used it when he had basically full shield. Of course he's going to block that. There's zero chance he does anything but block that. And you don't do any significant shield damage with the rock either, so, it is what it is. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I got a timer going off. Give me a second. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, y'all. Good. Keep shooting. Don't waste that shield. There's no damage right now. See, this is a waste. You need as much shield as you possibly can once this fight actually starts. There is nothing on your screen that's lethal right now. Nothing. If you take chip damage from this cast, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's opportunity cost. If you had 6,000 shield, it would be fine to shield as much as you'd like to, but you don't. So you have to choose when you shield. If you're choosing to shield now, you're choosing not to shield later. So you need to shield later. So this is not just shield HP that you're wasting because it's going to be broken, but it's not regenerating right now. I want full HP shield when this fight starts. Full HP shield. There you go. See, this is good. There you go. Keep shooting, keep holding cover. Maybe not necessary, but it's okay. Again, I don't see the reason to commit shield when they haven't committed to push either. I mean, this is fine, I guess. Remember, there's no reason actually for him not to block this. I actually think that he should have blocked this. Oh, he didn't quite have it yet. But even then, it's like, Yeah, it's tricky. I look at this here. And first off, you have your full resource. You probably didn't need to use shield. Why? Because you need to be using shield selfishly right now. And right now, this shield does not allow you to do anything that you couldn't do just by spamming shield like this. You see this? The natural cover will allow you to do the damage that you want to do here. So instead, you take a full fan the hammer. All right? Then this rock, but they still haven't committed here. Although it's not terrible. And then here, to be honest with you, if you know that your shield's going to be broken, you want to get some micro involved here, you should use your shift here. You should plant your shield, and then shift, so that what happens is that they're going to shoot you but they're not going to be able to rock you because if you see the rock animation, you're going to be able to duck behind shield. So if they try to shoot you, you eat the HP. If they try to rock you, you walk behind shield. That's kind of an advanced tech if you guys want to. Now you're thinking, well, why don't they just shoot the shield instead of shooting me? Fair enough. That is something that sometimes that they will do, but most people won't be able to react in time and you'll get free HP off of it. Because the challenge now is you can't shift. You're just dead. Yeah. Okay. Tricky situation because they did have an ultimate go deep. So, again, sure. What's the cooldown length on rock? Let me actually look it up. $12? Yeah. No, 10 seconds. 10. Close. This shield is okay because we were not holding the corner and spamming. We were walking in very aggressively in Cassidy. So I actually think this is okay. It's a really nice rock as well. Forces life grip. Sure. Oh, that's actually crazy. Good. Good. This is great. Tig is so good, but he bores me to death. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, no problems here. I like that we didn't use rock there. There's no point. Hold it. Get it. Oh, you almost got it. A little detail there. Do you guys notice that how this Sigma used his shift? Look at what he does. Tries to use his shift. I don't know if he did this on purpose, but it then fluxes afterwards because he's thinking, oh, if he uses rock on my shift, then I'll have a free flux. But our Kawaii kitten on here was being smart. So we don't quite hit it. It was good use of cover there. Again, you just have to be really careful with these rocks when you know that he has shield. Maybe you thought it was broken. He definitely has shield there. So you're getting scammed with a lot of these rocks. Might need to flux this. Yeah. You guys see the detail here? Check it out. What do you guys notice? What do you guys think? What do you guys see? Do you guys see the detail here? Check it out. What is this shield accomplishing? You see it? You don't need to use it. If you're going to use your shield in the flux, it's to block rock accretion, right? From the enemy Sigma. But obviously that's not what we're using here. And so now when we drop all the CDs that we forced, we can't actually even take any space because we have 0 shield. You have to keep an eye on your shield management, I think. I think Flux is a good ultimate. Flux is a really, really weak ultimate into certain comps, like dive comps, without a static backline. But it's really... The big thing with this Flux is that it's an ultimate that gets consistent value, especially when you can solo ult. Good rock. Focus. Good shield. Drop the shield. Nice. Now you have your shield just in case you need it for rock. I don't need that shield there, to be honest with you. That was a strange shield. Yeah. So main thing for me so far. What are you guys seeing so far? I'm seeing mostly shield management when we're using shield for chip damage, when we should be using no shield. Forgetting about shield sometimes. We'll like drop it on an angle and rotate away from it. Or even using it for that flux. I think mostly shield management and then some of our rushing on rocks. I think that's mostly what I'm seeing here. Whole Hog is maybe the best ultimate. I think it's situational. I think Whole Hog can be really... Whole Hog is underrated, I'll put it that way.
Easy.
Hey, Mercurial. Thanks for the sub. 7 months. I appreciate it. Button press ×7. Thank you very much. Like even here, right? Even here. Don't shield. Don't shield. You know there's nothing of serious threat here. If anything here, you should turn the corner with shift because you know you're not going to get rocked. All the spam damage will be eaten. You'll get all the HP and you'll be able to preserve your shield for actually walking forward and taking space. I see way too much of the shield being used on chip damage here. Because you need full shield now. You need full shield right now. And also, chat, where should we be swinging to? Where should we be swinging to? I see so many fights at breakout and point like this. This is more of a map-specific thing. If you've seen my Samoa map guide, my discussion not too long ago, choose Jobby. Right, left side. Do not stand out in the open. Rotate and try to fight for this here. Now, if you're facing versus like a Ryan comp, a better short-range composition, then you might need to play for main, but there's no reason to be here. You'd be here. Way better cover. Random rock, totally useless. Shield there, I guess, because we were low. You really need to be careful. You're too low to peek this here. Here, even here. Why? Watch touch point. Don't worry about point. Don't worry about point. Stand here and keep shooting backline. Keep shooting backline. You're wasting your shield HP here. And then now you're going to get rocked. You see the enemy Sigma is diffing us in this, right? He's way better at just preserving his shield and playing around these rock cycles. Now, rock cycling on the enemy Sigma isn't everything. It's definitely like the ego thing. But it is an important aspect, and you're losing. The reason why you're losing is because of, it's not because you're bad in the Sigma mirror necessarily. It's because your things like your shield management and your early rocks are most often displaying themselves through this mistake. If you are better, your shield management is getting you punished by the enemy Sigma specifically, but really, to be honest, you're getting punished everywhere too. Yeah, and this is a disaster. The rotation was poor. The initial shield management was poor. And then even the rock that just kind of threw it out there was not good either. And then even this, right? No reason for you to be rotating towards a long angle when they're playing Sigma, Hanzo Sojourn, right? You need to be taking a shorter angle here. How do you decide what damage is worth catching with shield? Your HP and the type of damage that's coming in. The type of damage that's coming in. At this range, the only thing you need to be worried about is a Hanzo one-shot, in which case walking forward with a shift to eat all the damage. Like, significant finishing damage is what you need to eat. You see? You don't rush the rock. Just keep shooting. Make them walk into you. He's always saving that shield. Blam, there it is. No follow-up. Do not shield. Shift, 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 shift. Ooh, probably would have shifted there to save my shield. I don't want to break my shield. I think preserving shield HP in a lot of ways is even more important than preserving your shift. Okay? Yeah, I think this fight is just a collection of you fighting on main, essentially, unnecessarily. And then not taking good cooldown trades. Sigma is one of those tanks, I think, with a few exceptions where, like, you always talk about like mercy value, right? Like, you consistently make good decisions, your team ends up winning the fight. There's not like really any one instance where you carry or pop off with mercy outside of like a res or something, but you make a lot of good decisions and it overwhelmingly leads to an advantage for your team. I see the same thing happen with Sigma. You don't hit the rock because it gets blocked by shield, because you mismanage your shield, or then you miss a couple of shots, or you don't position on the left side so your team is not able to hold that angle as well. Or you don't put enough pressure on backline. And so like slowly over time, they get more space, so they get more opportunities to pop off, and then you're going to end up losing the fight. Even here, a little flash of shield if you want to allow yourself to rotate, but already right now, the shield should be dropping. Is this map good for poker Sigma? I think it's okay. But that's at least 100 shield unnecessarily used. And then again, why accretion here? It's too long of a cooldown to use in these circumstances here. You're going to want it. You might want it in 5 seconds. You might not, but you don't know that. Not even a very good shield break. Not sure. Okay, so we're rotating here. I was kind of confused about like what the urgency was. If we were trying to meet up with our supports, yeah, I think we're trying to meet up with our supports. Okay, that's fine. Save rock for the other Sigma. I don't think it even matters. There's lots of opportunities to rock squishies. If you can't reach the other squishies, it's fine. That was fine. That's it, right? You waited till there was more mid-fight, waited till people were distracted, you finished the kill. I kind of question that rotation overall. Pick a target, pick a target. Yes. The only thing there is more of like the individual thing. It's the same thing with Reinhardt, where like a solo shatter doesn't work into Lifeweaver, and a solo flux doesn't work into Lifeweaver as well. You need to go for the Lifeweaver instead. Not the end of the world though. You could shield that, then rock this guy. Good try. Shift is fine. Let go of the shield. Let go of the shield. Don't let it break. Don't let it break. Nice. Okay, we didn't let it break. That was close. Puts it on a nasty cooldown if you let it break entirely. Save rock for the... Yeah, we already... Okay. Nice. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. Shift. Good shift. Nice heat on the dynamite there. That was good. I mean, I think this fight's just lost. I'm curious to see why we were so low here. I think we were positioned... Yeah, we're positioned too far forward. So we have somebody in spawn right now, and we really need to be disengaging all the way to this corner here, and then playing to control this space here. You're fighting way too far forward, wasting resource. And then by the time you kite off, it's too late. You need to get... If you got to this position faster, this Sojourn just freaking dies instantly because you hit her with a rock, or you hit her with some spam. But instead, she gets 2 kills. That's a major oversight on your fault. But you're down 1. You need to disengage. You need to give up space, kite to the next off angle, see if they overextend into you. I feel like every Sig I play with tries to go with the 5k with their ult, when in case it's just 1-2 would help with the next team fight. Yeah. I think we've done a pretty good job this Sigma. I think the only mistake there was just obviously going for the non-Lifeweaver into a Lifeweaver, which is an understandable mistake. It takes some getting used to. Drop the shield. Thank you. I like the fact that we're pushing out the Sojourn here. It's good. A little bit of shield there just to make sure it doesn't rail. We really need to... We need to go. We need to go. This Sojourn needs to die. She's been sitting on rail for like 6 years. Oh, that sucks. You don't need to worry about touching point just yet. That was too soon. You had at least 6 or 7% to work with still. Do not turn your attention to the Sigma trade. You cannot worry about the Sigma trade right now. Yeah. Okay. A lot of shield management and a still early rocks. I might add in a little bit of positioning there, right? Whereas I think there was not enough attention taken to a good angle on the left side. You're playing more on main and just taking the tank trade, and then also making sure that you disengage a little bit faster. So we're kind of throwing details your way, but we'll have it more streamlined by the end of the review. Chat, any questions so far? Flash shield. You don't really need to use shield here because you're just standing here. Okay, now you can flash your shield. Yep. Shoot the Sojourn, shoot the Sojourn, shoot the Sojourn, drop the shield. Shoot the Sojourn, shoot the Sojourn. Keep shooting that Sojourn. Keep shooting that Sojourn. It's honestly okay even if you get rocked here. This guy's sitting you around, like chasing this combo on you. You need to hit that combo. That was too close to miss that combo. If that Sigma spends half the map chasing you around while you're shooting his squishies, he's going to lose that trade, even if he hits every rock in you. We need to be hitting these rocks. Just relax a little bit with the rocks, you know? Drop the shield. Thank you. Maybe go back to this high here. Yep. This is good. Good. Yeah, control that off angle. Drop the shield. Drop the shield. Drop the shield. Drop the shield. So you notice that we're consistently like half a second slow with dropping that shield. And we talked about why that's an issue. It tends to snowball. So keep shooting that Sojourn. Keep shooting that Sojourn. Keep shooting it. Don't worry about the Sigma. Control the Sojourn. Control. Yeah, see, there it is. Right there. You need to be shielding then damaging the Sojourn. She doesn't have rail. Drop the shield. That's the mindset, right? That's the mindset. Too much attention given to yeah. Way too much attention given to that Sigma right there. Hey, Chris. Good disengage. Good pocketed Sojourn. Yes, pocketed Sojourn is tough. So Sigma does really well versus pocketed Sojourn. One of the best tanks, I think, if not the best tank at dealing with a pocketed Sojourn. Good. Ignore that son of a gun, right? Okay, now we worry about rock. Again, too early on the rock, right? You know he has shield HP to play with. He's also dropped his shield. So this will never work. This will never work. I understand the idea is to prevent him from pushing forward, but then in which case, just hold it. And so now you're going to get flux, and now you're dead. Good shift. Great shift. Prevents that rail from hitting. Good. Stay on her. Yes. Huge rock. Even just forcing her to look at you means that she loses so much value off of her overclock. Look at that. Isn't D.Va better against Sojourn? Depends on the map. Yeah, I think a much more high ground oriented map, D.Va would do much better. Much more flat map, Sigma does much better. Would I say Sojourn is the best thing in the game with a Mercy Pocket? I think Pharah is probably the best. Pharah benefits the most from a Mercy Pocket, but Sojourn I think is definitely, I would say, probably second place. And I'll talk about that maybe in a little bit. I think it's because Sojourn doesn't have like needs consistent pocket to build up to rail without getting poked out, and Mercy does a really good job of that. I think pocketed Sojourn, even with like a Zenyatta Harmony Orb, is really good. Just allowing her to build up her rail without having to worry about poke damage is huge. And then obviously damage boosting, turning it into a one shot and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's kite back to the choke. We're checking our supports, which is really good. Drop your shield, honestly, here. Drop your shield. I would not waste any more shield HP here. I know you're worried about your Brig, but your Brig needs to be smart. There it is. Drop the shield. Good shots on Mei there. Drop the shield, drop the shield, drop the shield. He's gonna rock you. Ah, yeah. So that's where we're a little bit of micro, right? So here's what happens. You ready for this? Bob, do something, right? Throw your shield at your feet and then walk into the Bob and shift him. So if he tries to rock you, just duck behind the shield, but you're shifting the Bob's damage so he can't break the shield. Get me? Little details like that. Huge. I would not rock Bob, to be honest with you. I would just play cover. Good stuff. We can walk forward to shield now. They should nerf Sojourn at the ground? I don't think so. I think Sojourn is mostly fine. I think some details need to be nerfed for her, probably. But I actually think that Sojourn is just relatively flexible, and I think Mercy Pocket's the problem. I think Sojourn is one of the more fun DPS. That shield HP, very wasted. Flash your shield maybe for your Brig here. Don't need shield there, though. That's just Sigma chip damage. This is where you would need shield, though, right? You see, you're still leaving your shield there for no reason. Flux the Life Weaver if you can. Yep, you learned your lesson. Nice job. Oh, get rolled. That's okay. That was a good rock. Huge. Nice play. Get on that Life Weaver. Get on that Life Weaver. Get on the Life Weaver. I don't even think you can stop res. Oh, look at you. Never mind. That's grip. These guys are cooked. You have high ground here. Get on that Weaver. Nice. Just a little bit poor cooldown usage here, right? This is where you need to drop shield right here. Throw shield at your feet. I mean, it's actually criminal that you die here. This fight was 100% won. That's unfortunate. Nerf rail buff primary. Yeah, I'd agree with that. We've talked about that. 100% agreed. In fact, that was my suggestion to Overwatch developers when she was first released in the alpha. You're rushing the brawl phase here. You don't need to run in here. You're running in by yourself. You know your backline's distracted. What about this says I need to go force a brawl trade with the Sigma? At best, it's a skill matchup, right? At worst, it's a disadvantage because your backline's distracted. But that was better. You saved your rock at least. Good. Stay on her. Yeah. Forcing full resources to that Mercy, and the Sigma gets 0 healing from that Life Weaver. Very good. Okay, so let's stop right there because that should be it right there. Yeah, I think main thing is keep an eye on shield management. I think you're at a high enough of a rank to where you understand exactly what I'm talking about when we talk about shield management, right? Work on utilizing shield when necessary. It's going to take practice, whether it's burst damage, finishing kills, blocking CDs, and so on. But the big thing I would tell you is just simply make sure that your shield actually has a purpose. Make sure that what it's doing is actually something that wouldn't be replaced by simply just using cover or chip. Do not rush your accretion. Save it for opportunities as they present themselves. I wouldn't even say don't use it early. Just look for opportunities. If you see a Sigma standing at like long, medium range and he has a shield, you're basically hoping that he makes a massive mistake. Don't wait for people to, don't like try and hope that somebody will make a mistake to get value, right? Wait for one opportunity when it actually makes a lot more sense. And then I think minor detail, but check your target priority. Prefer trading, pressuring, backline when available. So a bit of an issue on second point, definitely a major issue on third point, especially with that pocketed Sojourn. Getting a little bit too caught up with the tank trades. That was mostly it. I think the feedback I had for the Flux, it definitely looked like you adjusted to the life grip, so you were aware of it. I don't really have a whole lot more to add there. Do you have any questions? Yeah, Tryhard is a Tryhard free for all. Was a custom game. It's not as popular as it used to. I don't even know if there is one right now. It's still okay. You still have some EU lobbies here, but yeah, they're rare. The game feels like quick play. You're taking the game too seriously, mate. Play for fun. Play for fun. Play for specific personal goals that are focused on your performance and not your team's. And also understand that when you drop ranks like this, then you are the biggest issue, I promise you, is your mentality. You had maybe a couple of unlucky games. You slept on the wrong side of the bed. You woke up and you had a bad day, and you let that affect how you played, and then that snowballed. Because not only now are you're having a bad day, but now you're mad at the Overwatch game, and so now you're tilt queuing. And so then you play worse. And then, the drop from GM4 to Master 5 is just tilt queue. Total tilt queue. You got to take some deep breaths, and you got to remember what you're there for. It's to have fun, to practice. How do I improve timing with team? Jumex asks. I don't think timing was really an issue with you. I think I would always, if you want to improve timing with your team, always check your team's positioning before you fight. Before the fight starts, check your team's positioning. I guess that would have been useful on second point. Remember when I think your echo died and you had to kite, I told you to kite back to point and you're too slow kiting back, but checking your teammate's position would have been useful. Yo, Spilo, I know Brig is good in the ball, but it's only because she can whip shot. Yeah, she could just whip shot him permanently. She can also break his. Mine's okay, but Bash and Rally is really annoying for ult. Armor Pack is really good at denying ball value. Whip shot and Armor Pack are the main reasons. Rally is pretty useful too. Also free Inspire procs, yep. Yep, no problem, Gmex. Lots of great stuff from your Sigma. I think your mechanics are good. I think your positioning at many points in time was really, really good. I think you adjusted well with your fluxes. Just some of those details to work on. And like I said, remember about the ranked stuff. Don't worry about ranked, mate. Go in there, have some goals to practice, have some fun, and remember, exposing yourself open over and over and over again to that environment will not. It's not even about being numb to it. You just won't. It won't bother you as much. It won't bother you as much. Seriously. You look good. You look good. You should. You have no reason to be scared. Don't ever worry. Because I promise you, if I reviewed that exact same VOD, let's say that you'd lost that last fight, 99, whatever, and I'd reviewed that VOD from every single player in your team's perspective, I would have found just as many mistakes as you had. Just as many mistakes. Never, ever ask yourself, was I the reason that we lost? Total fundamentally flawed question. You did a good job. Yeah, Brig is good into ball. You have to be decent at Brig. But she's good. Cheers. Any more Bastion content recently? Not in purpose. I don't know when's the last time I've done a Bastion VOD review. Maybe. This Bastion collab has been something I've had planned for a few weeks. We've been talking about counters, and Bastion, I guess, has come up a lot then, but last time I did a Bastion VOD or content specifically on my YouTube was 2 months ago. I'm encouraging the Bastion Mafia. Yeah, Brig does quite well versus ball. Make sure this replay code works here. Lucio Mafia is my favorite. Scariest ones are the Mercy Mafia. What are the scariest ones? The Road. I guess really just the Mercy Mafia is scary. The tank player Mafia has been pretty scary recently because they've grown in forces. They're tired of dealing with the frustrating stuff the tank has to deal with, and so they're they're out in numbers. You know what I'm saying? I think the tank mafia has been rabid. They've had good reasons to complain, but they're going out the wazoo. You get what I'm saying? Doom Mafia. I don't have as many problems with the Doom Mafia personally. Don't have as many problems with the Doom Mafia, but yeah, I can see it being a problem. All right, let's jump in this call with Herloaf here. What's up, mate?
What's up, my dog?
Doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing absolutely amazing.
All right. Let me get this pulled up on my end here. Okay, so I wanted, if you have time, I wanted to talk to you about Bastion first. We only have like 10 to 15 minutes. But I guess my thing is that whenever I think about like Bastion, right? It's like, oh, it's garbage character, and like, just hate this character so much, you know? So give me just here. Actually, hang on 1 second. Vigil, thank you for the $10. I appreciate it so much. That was very generous. So I guess from, you know, one normal human being to, I guess, one other normal human being, what is it about Bastion, the Bastion code, so to speak, that makes him appealing to you? What is your read? Like, why do you play Bastion?
I really enjoy Bastion because, first of all, he has like a lot of HP. Like, makes it, even though he's like a pretty easy target and shit, like you're pretty safe from, like, for example, one touch from a Widow and such, right?
Okay.
Like that's really appealing. And then I like the fact that his kit is very simple. So like, you gotta make sure you don't make that many mistakes. Like if you use the turret form too early and cancel it too early, then you're kind of fucked, right?
Right.
Like you're just stuck without any form. And since your kit is so simple, if you mess up the few parts of your kit that you do have, then you just die, right? So like it's about like maximizing the effort you can get, like maximizing the potential in a really simple kit and an actual really simple character.
Right.
Essence, right.
Right. Okay. Almost like I this is gonna be heresy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Almost a little like Winston, you know, where there's not a lot to the character, but like the details, the devil's in the details, right? You have to get every single thing, every engage, every jump, every bubble has to be perfect. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big issue. I don't know. I'm a bit ironic talking about that while we're talking about Bastion, but yeah, that makes total sense.
No, definitely.
Okay. I also just freaking love landing the grenade. I love the grenade so much that it's so strong. But now, have you been playing Bastion always? Was that who you played in Overwatch 1?
I played like, I was just like the general like hit scan player back in Overwatch 1. But like I always had like Bastion, you know, as like my ace, you know. Always pulled it out, especially back in like Pirate Ship and Double Shield and such.
Yes.
And then like I don't know, like it sort of like creeped up on me towards like season 20-25 in Overwatch 1. And then I heard that like Bastion was gonna get reworked in Overwatch 2 with like the movement and such. And I always found that like Bastion is such a, in Overwatch 1 at least, like a character where you have to be very, very careful with your positioning because you couldn't move. Now you can move and you can actually like pressure way easier, you know?
Yeah,
The only thing I miss is like the old ult, you know?
I think that everybody agrees with that one. I even miss it myself. I'm surprised that they reworked it, but it is what it is. So I guess, you know, the simple focus on the detail, you know, the ability to move around, more dynamics in a good way. And then I guess, who are you? Because I guess we kind of jumped the gun here because I know who you are, but chat doesn't know who you are. So a quick introduction, I guess. Awkward order here. But
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Herloaf. I am a European Overwatch player in top 500. One of the highest ranked, if not the highest ranked, in almost most of the seasons in Overwatch 2 at least, Bastion OTP. And you might have seen me on like Crow's YouTube channel, where they analyzed my Bastion and dubbed me the rank 1 Bastion.
Very entertaining video. Very entertaining video. Highly recommend chat to check it out. I will chat. Remind me to link that afterwards. But yeah, it was a good video.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so in the current environment as Bastion right now, I think I certainly was one of the guys that was sitting there ranting and raving and coming up with different ideas to rework the character. But maybe you're in the opinion that Bastion is fine as he is, or maybe you're in the opinion that maybe he only needs some slight tweaks. So we talk about Bastion as being a problematic character. I'm curious to see, why do you think people hate Bastion so much?
I think people hate Bastion because of its insane 1v1 potential. Like if you get caught in a 1v1 with a Bastion and he has turret form, and it's just like one-on-one, there's no peel for you,
Yeah.
there's no heal, then you lose almost 99% of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, at least. So I feel like people really don't enjoy that. And then I guess, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like Bastion on the surface level, you can get a lot of value out of him because his kit is so simple. You can get a lot of value without like being necessarily that like skilled at the hero, just
Easy
point and
floor,
click usually, right? It's
right?
easy surface level, and then you can like, I don't know, like build up the small things, and then actually get like really good at Bastion and take him into the
Sure.
higher level.
Sure, sure. So how would you, if you would do anything, what would you do to, I'm sure you put some thought into this, any
Mm.
minor, major, or would you just leave him as he is? Skill issue.
Mm. It, I don't know. I feel like there's been. I feel like as of recently, there's been a lot of like focus on Bastion, both from like the devs and also in the meta, because he's kind of like he's creeped up in the meta, right?
Sure.
And I feel like it really started out when they gave him like that 50 HP buff and what it was like changed the nade a little bit.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like definitely a buff overall, right? And then they started like micro nerfing him by nerfing his right click and then nerfing the heal from the turret. And then now they've just upped the spread on the turret form and such. Like they're
Which I
trying to bring
hated.
him down.
I
Yeah,
hated. I felt like they should have nerfed the damage but left the spread as is because it feels
yeah.
like you just
I
bust tanks
really,
now.
yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like on Bastion, you're gonna like if you're in the high level and you're like really what's it called like skilled with your positioning, you're gonna be like close up in their face anyways when you want to be close up. So the spread doesn't really do anything other than be a little bit like weird. I don't know. I feel like they should have changed the damage as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what would you have changed? I guess you talked about the damage, but is there anything
Yeah.
fundamentally that you think the character needs, or just minor tweaks with some of his abilities or ultimate or whatever?
Like back when they buffed him, I actually really enjoyed like the heal on Bastion because like one of the things on Bastion in Overwatch 1 that I really liked was the self heal,
Mm-hmm.
It was like another ability in his kit, and they just kind of teased us a little bit, with giving us a little bit of the self heal back,
Yeah.
and then they just, I don't know, they took it away. So like I feel like he is too simple. If they want to make Bastion like fun for everyone, they gotta add like another ability, and then like I don't know, maybe like even it out a little bit. Like so, there's actually a higher skill ceiling because you gotta manage an entirely new ability, and there's also like if you wanna like be really good, you can just learn him better,
Right.
and then
Right.
it's not that easy to pick up.
Right. More ceiling stuff. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so today I wanted to look at. I had a submission for a free review.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Diamond 3 Bastion, and it is on Circuit Royale. And then we have some of
Yeah.
your gameplay we were going to look at as well. And thankfully, the codes didn't get wiped, so we can actually look at the
Oh yeah.
codes. So who do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the low rank and then move to the high rank, or do you want to move to the high rank and move to the low rank?
I think it could be fun like looking at the low rank first, like the lowest
Let's
rank
do it.
possible,
Let's do
then
it.
building
Let's
it
do
up
it.
because I really do think Bastion, again, because he is so simple, um, you're kind of like based around your team a little bit. Like
Yeah.
if you're a really high rank Bastion, like a top 500 Bastion, you're gonna be like calling a lot. Hopefully,
Sure.
if you're not just like really gifted at Bastion, right? You're gonna be calling. You're gonna be moving with your team. You're gonna be really aware of what's going on the map. Because like when you don't have that many abilities, you want to max out like how you're working with your team
Sure.
to actually
Sure.
use them.
Makes sense. Now, would it be easier for me to stream through Discord, or would you prefer to stream it on your end? How do you want to handle this?
I think we can stream it through Discord maybe, so it's like
Yeah,
so I can
yeah,
respond faster to what's
yeah.
going on, right?
Sounds good. Let me do that really fast then.
Yeah.
And then, if you want to, do you want to do this your stream on your end? Then, when we do your gameplay, would that be easier? Or would
Don't
you?
you want to like control it yourself,
Yeah, I
like
can
on
do
your
it.
end?
I can do it. Yeah, I can do it.
Hell yeah. Okay.
All right, let's do it. So, I guess first things first. Is there anything you read compositionally here that has a really big impact on how this player should play? Let me adjust the rank at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean the enemy team has a hog, so
Okay.
that's already like free farm on your turret form, right? But you
Right.
also want to make sure that you're not playing in a I don't know, in a position where you can get hooked, right?
Right.
You wanna, especially when they have an Ana, like if you get hooked, you're kind of done. Like they have the spam with Hanzo and the Ana with the nade and the sleep. So if you get hooked, you're done. So just try to play out of range of the hog, and then try to catch him and keep track of his cooldowns, the hook,
Okay.
the heal,
Okay.
and everything, and punish him.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. From my limited experience with Bastion, because I actually played him for like a half a dozen hours. I want to
Mhm.
say 4 months ago, 5 months, something like that when they initially buffed them because I want to see how the rework and the nade stuff. And I
Yeah.
found that like compositions like these are actually the hardest to play into.
Yeah.
I couldn't felt like I couldn't really reach anything. Right, I got poked out so easily. Does that line up with your
Yeah.
experience?
It does line up with my experience. Like I feel like back when I don't know what season it was, season 3 or 2, season 4, when Queen was meta, like that was a really hard meta for Bastion because you would just get knifed, and it's like
Yeah,
the same concept with Hog. You get hooked, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
when we're talking back again about Bastion, like you really got to be aware of your position. If you have an enemy on the enemy team that can take you out of your position or where you want to be, you're kind of like in a rough spot. So
Right.
like I also use my nade, for example, mostly for movement, just to like, for example, be sure that I can control the map how I want it.
Interesting. Okay, let's take a look here.
Let's take a look.
Just holler whenever you want me to pause, and I will do so.
Yeah. Already a little bit scary that his Sig is not playing with him right now.
Uh-huh. Oh, so unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so right now Hawk has no hook, so we can definitely take a little bit of space with the Sig. I like the jump.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was actually really good. Like, right there, they're keeping track of the Hawk really well, I feel like.
Okay. And why is this good? Like, what's the point of going from, where our Sigma is here to there? Like, what advantage is it?
I mean, the advantage would be to, for example, make them be forced to look at you. When you know that Hawk is right there, and he used hook before,
Right. No
if
hook.
he hooks you right there, you're hopefully gonna get some peel from your Sig. So you're probably safe. Like Sig has suck, Sig has shield. You're probably safe. But like when you go up there, if Hawk were to, for example, turn it around and his team were to make a counter push, they would have to look at you or they die, right? So they look at you, you're probably safe, and you have an angle on Hawk, and you also path towards the high ground. So when you kill Hawk, which you probably do because you kept track of his hook and such, you can just move onto the bridge and just keep the momentum going and take the entire corner, right?
Right. So you can go from here to here and so on.
Exactly.
Now, it's also interesting here as well. I don't know if we did this on purpose, but like the high ground that we took, the Hanzo that I don't really want to see right now, and like they can't actually see you. So we're shooting the Hog, but like we're LOSing like the rest of the entire enemy team.
Yeah, that's also really good.
Again, I don't know if we did that on purpose, but yeah, it looks good.
It looks really good.
Okay. Rotating top. Bit of Hail Mary there, not quite. Okay. Did they go Doomfist, actually? Interesting.
That is... I would probably want to make a move instead of just holding turret form for that long, right?
Okay.
Like you have the corner and you are 5, right? You haven't lost anyone yet, and Doom is kind of deep, and Sig has a lot of space right there. So I would probably want to make a move, especially since Doom is half.
Right. Well, I BAP got sniped, but would you still make a move when you're down one here?
Oh no, I didn't see Bap got sniped. If Bap got sniped, then I would not make a move.
So
if you're down right there, I think I would go a little bit back, hope that they either overextend, just play around my honor, and just kind of hold the space until Bap is back.
Okay.
And then Soldier goes down. Right here, I would just disengage completely.
Right, so even here is too dangerous.
Yeah, because you can see he's being punished.
Right. Okay, makes sense. Our Bastion players now on my Twitch chat. Hello.
Hell yeah.
So Senpai Odin. A great name. Uh-oh. You know, it's funny. A lot of people talk to me and they're like, oh, Bastion counters Doomfist. And I'm like, well,
no, not really. Like,
not really.
Not really. Doom can be very good against Bastion. Again, like with the same concept, he can take a lot of space and he can move you around with the punch, right?
Right.
And there's also like the fact that you gotta be wary of when you're shooting the block, because you can give him a punch that can kill your entire team, basically, right?
Right. So is this just kind of an unlucky engage from us? Or is there anything that immediately stands out here?
There's a lot of like... there's not really a lot of focus on the Doom from the entire team as a whole, right?
Right.
Like, I feel like the Doom could have died there. But
Sure.
the BAP just went down. I kind of would like to see how that happened.
Sure.
So he's chilling. He has no cooldowns.
Or gets punched in and then headshot.
Yeah, he gets punched. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And it's just sort of unlucky, is it not?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like
yeah.
there's not really a lot you can do right there from
Sure.
the Bastion's POV.
That happens sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Now, how would you use your ultimate here?
Yeah,
That,
I was actually about to say, ooh, let's watch what he does, actually.
Okay.
Okay. I think we pause here and just talk about
Sure.
that as a whole, right? Because, like, Bastion's ult is... It's in a fun spot, right? You can use it, like, in two ways from my POV.
Okay.
You can use it, like, to either combo with a Sig or a Saya or whatever, right? Like, do a combo with someone and hopefully get a massive multi-kill and play of the game. Or you can use it, like, sort of early as, like, sort of like a pulse bomb, right? Going for the Ana in the backline before the fight starts, making it a 5v4. But right here, we don't have Sig ult, so we're kind of forced to go, like, the pulse bomb route, right? But then, like, then we go on the Ashe and the Mercy and the Hanzo. And I think this Bastion player right here is just being a little bit too I don't know if that's the right word, but like a little bit too greedy, like going for the 3 people. But like Ashe can, for example, coach gun away, Mercy can also GA away. I think I would just run for the Ana playing behind the bridge, right?
Right over here.
I feel like that
Gotcha.
would be a way safer shout with the Bastion ult right there.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And even if you were, like you were saying, being too greedy, if you were to go for the Ashe, give her a shot. Here,
Yeah.
See
Always,
how she
like,
reacts
exactly,
right there.
like,
And then
that's
blam,
another
blam.
thing. Like, general rule of thumb with Bastion ult is first shot gauges where they're moving to, especially if they have a movement ability like Ashe, and then the second 2 shots are follow-up shots, right?
Makes sense.
Even when you're shooting on a hard scoped Ana, like usually the Ana knows that she's about to get ulted, so she's gonna unscope, she's gonna walk. You throw your first shot on her, see where she walks, and then try to gauge the movement based off that with your next 2 shots.
Yeah, makes sense. Hey, nice
Nice nade right there. That was really nice.
You know, a bit of a hot take here. I'm curious what you think here. I'm actually thinking that shooting Bob here was not the play.
No, I don't think so either. Because Bob isn't really threatening a lot. Bob, the only thing he's doing right now is, I don't know, sort of holding some space, but maybe you would retake even more space if you just shot at the Ashe and Mercy and forced them back.
That's what I was thinking too. Like maybe force that Ashe Mercy back. At least force him back first, then you can go shoot Bob, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad here I'm not crazy.
No, Bob is already on like a ticking time bomb, like 12 seconds or whatever his cooldown is, right?
Whoa, let's go,
that nade.
the bounce. Let's go.
That was big, like.
That was big.
We need our soldiers to shoot at that Doom with our Bastion right there. But it's looking like they're winning.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
I got it, we got it. Ooh, the Nano Doom.
Oh, got her.
Yeah.
Got her. Huge. Huge.
Nice 2 kills right there.
Yeah, that was huge.
Right now, the Ana and Bastion are going a little far back when they just kill 2 people, I feel like. Nice kill on the Doom.
Oh, close.
Can we go back to like how the Ana, like even though they won the fight, like how the Ana and Bastion just went back like when they killed 2? Because I feel like we could
here?
if we could like I feel like we could maybe push up a little bit more. Like the Moira goes down, then he walks back, it doesn't get punched by Doom. That's pretty good. I feel like we don't walk back here. We try to save the Sig and try to help the Sig after we kill Mercy, right?
Like here?
The Hanzo's back. Yeah, right there. I think we go up. Like I know there's a dragon, but you can walk left.
Wait, like
to it,
here?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I would like pressure a little bit more. Like even if you're not in turret form, you can pressure a lot because you have 300 HP.
As long as you have that cover, right?
Exactly. You have the
Right.
covers. You can always fall back, and you have a long time where you can peek because you have that much HP.
Okay, that makes sense. You know, this is, I think, a good example of, I was thinking this last fight, actually. It seems like we have a little bit of tape strapped under our mouse 1 button. Because every time we use it, I mean, our mechanics haven't been too bad at points, but this is really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we have not hit a single bullet. And I one of the things that I talk about in my reviews is I talk about something called trigger discipline, which is about just controlling your crosshair, controlling your button, and like actually aiming your shots. And I noticed, you correct me if I'm wrong here, but especially in recon former, is that it's really important to not necessarily leverage that full rate of fire unless you're shooting a shield or a tank or something. But to like really aim those shots. That line up with your experience?
It does depend. Like if you are really like confident in your aim, especially at an angle like this where you can basically only see your head. If you are really confident in your aim, you can full hold it and then like readjust doing it and maybe miss like only 1 or 2 shots. But like there's a lot of like, what's it called? It's a lot of like WASD aim, I would almost say. You know what I mean? The mouse isn't moving at all. It's basically just WASD.
Right, we're just moving with our basically with our body.
Character. Exactly. And like you're not gonna be like perfectly tracking them if you're moving like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you're gonna move like that, which you probably shouldn't, I think I would like tap it more, especially at an angle like this.
Okay, makes sense.
I like this turret form though. There's a lot of movement. I don't really know if we need to cancel it though. Just like we can just walk around the corner on the Doom, right? With the form.
Right, sure. Oh yeah, we did cancel it. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. That was
just like we drew it up. Perfect. Booped off the side. There you go.
Bastion boop is actually really powerful. Like it's a slept-on part of the right click.
I find it useful because it puts people in a predictable arc.
Exactly. You can really use it. For example, if you turret form whilst you're throwing out your right click, for example, to the right of like a small cover, they're gonna fly out from the left, and then you're already in form, ready to shoot them.
So you could almost like, as they walk forward here, grenade here, bam, they bounce out this way, and then you're already
you can
in
do
turret
that.
form.
You can definitely do that.
Okay, cool. This is where that ceiling, you know, of Bastion kind of kicks in. You know, little things that you can do. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Was this just
sleeping?
Was just a lack of cover, or supports sleeping on the job, or what?
I mean, I think his Sigma gets slept, no? No, his Sigma is just walking to the
shield.
right.
Yeah, and then he gets slapped. Yeah.
I feel like that's a lack of peel.
Okay.
But then again, like if I don't know, I think I would probably go to the left. If you see your Sigma pathing to the right there, you know he's probably not gonna be able. Like he went back around that pillar on the right. He's probably not gonna be able to help you, right? So I would
when we kite, instead of kiting this way, maybe even wrapping around this way.
Yeah, exactly. I would definitely wrap around there.
Got it.
Wrap around there.
Got it. Okay.
Especially because like you're in turret form and the damage reduction is really strong. Like you can live with the damage reduction there, but in like trade for the damage reduction, you get such a slow move speed. So there's such a long time where you're out in the open there.
All right, let's see it. Did they do the? I always say the 1, 2, 3 or the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the one.
You see, there's the greed that you were talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We want 3 kills.
Yeah, so Bastion ult is just not made for that.
And this is like where essentially the only kill you get is if somebody makes a mistake. So I'm curious here, what happens here? We weren't even going for him. We weren't even going for him. Wait, what happens to the Ana? What happens to the Ana here? She just keeps pressing S. She just keeps pressing S. Okay.
Yeah, and she's also pathing into the wall. Like, if you were in if in the diamond replay, we might see Ana's like being a little bit better at, for example, going to the right in that situation.
Well, I think the key thing I always say is even though it works in diamond, but it didn't work last time we did it, right? It didn't work the last Bastion ultimate. So even though it might work in diamond, sometimes it's not working enough to get us into masters. It's only working 50% of the time, right? So because last Bastion ult did nothing. So yeah, 100%. Okay.
In this game in general, I would just invest my entire ult into trying to kill Ana. Like even though he picked up 2 there, Bastion ult is just not made for like getting that many kills. Like Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was that fight was lost, I think.
Yeah, it's totally fair.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, we have a pretty good eye for the arc. You notice that with that nade?
Yeah.
I'm impressed at this range. But that, I mean, like,
nades.
look at that, like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like, wait for it. No way I would have gotten that. I would have bounced it off of here. I would have sailed it way over the edge or something like that. But he's got
like the arc is pretty spot on, which is like really good. Ooh. I think we're just staying out a little bit too much in the open there. And
Agreed.
the tank and the Moira is just far up, so you got to be a little bit careful. Maybe even like hug the right wall a little bit more.
Like here or even here.
Yeah, to try and like LOS like the high ground a little bit.
It's kind of like what I was asking you about earlier, where I was saying like, is this not going to be a terrible composition to play into? And you're like, yeah. I mean, it's not. You said the hog, but we even talked about like the Ana is terrifying at this. Like the soldier does so much damage. Hanzo is miserable, right? Like anything that has any sort of range that's going to poke you out here, it's like you almost have to function like almost like a Reaper, kind of like a weird sort of like medium-ish range Reaper in a weird sort of way.
That's also why one of the reasons why I don't like the spread nerf, because the spread nerf like just makes it harder to play into those counters. Where it's like
he was already hard, and now it's even harder.
Exactly. So he's very counterable.
We get it. I mean, again, I'm so impressed. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
It's really good right clicks. Really good right clicks. But if you're like, for example, if you're struggling here to like cross this open path, I would like path to the right, like close to the wall, and maybe even use my right click for some movement to move up with my Orisa.
Yeah. See, I didn't even think about that. This is where it's like you're kind of stuck in no man's land here, but that's what you use your nade for, right? Okay.
Yeah, I really like the nade is mostly a movement ability for me actually. Like pre-fight, I spam it for some damage, but like Bastion's biggest issue has always and will always be his movement.
Ha! We complimented the nade too much, I think.
Yeah. That's fine. Like sometimes I also just choke. I can't lie.
It happens. Now, I guess from what you've seen so far, obviously difficult map, difficult composition.
A very difficult map and difficult comp as well. Yeah.
What are some themes that you're seeing? I mean, we'll have more footage here in a second, but what are some things you want to keep an eye on so far?
There's a lot of like playing out in the open right now, which I don't know if that's on purpose or if he feels like he has to go on the open to like get an LOS and turret farm on them, but against this and on this map, I think you just sort of die if you do that. Like, play around, try really to get up into those like corner chokes. That's like really what this map, especially this first point and the second point, is about. Like, right here you could even hold close, but maybe he doesn't want to do that. But with Bastion, it might be smart to like hold close around this first corner.
Sure.
And, close in the distance. Because Bastion is really good at that distance.
Sure. So mostly cover, closing the distance, and then obviously the ultimate greed that you were talking about. I think turret forms, grenades, okay. What are your thoughts?
I think the grenades are actually really good. I think the grenades are really good. I think sometimes the turret form is, I don't know, it's a little bit, sometimes it's a little bit sparingly used. Like, I feel like you don't get as much value out of the turret form as you could. Like, I've noticed like 2 times they canceled the turret form a little bit early.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
2 times they canceled turret form a little bit early, and when they turret form, they shoot a doom block or like shoot at a long range with turret form, right? And you can make up for example, the long range with the movement of the Bastion. Like, a lot of people get really scared if they see a flying Bastion fly into them, and then you just gotta like it's actually like it's really strong. Like, just throwing yourself at the enemy in Bastion turret form and making sure you do it at an angle where you're still like sort of with your team. That stuff can really get you a lot of value, because like I said, like one of the big problems with Bastion is the movement. So if you can throw yourself in a position where you suddenly control them all with turret form the entire map, like you're owning a lot of space and also dealing a lot of damage in the process. Okay,
makes sense. Let's keep going here. Hanzo, Ashe, Doomfist, Ana, nightmare composition.
Very nightmare comp right here.
Cover, but also nightmare comp.
Yeah, nightmare comp, but yeah, again cover. Like, I don't really know if I'm a fan of playing in that like top right high ground.
Sure.
Either way, like I would probably play around the first bridge, So,
like here?
Yeah, like here, and then I could fall back to the right.
Ah, so like E here, or fall back this way?
Yeah, fall back all the way to the corner.
Got it. Okay, makes sense.
If you're not holding close, I don't feel like there's any reason playing anywhere else but like that first corner where Sig is right now.
I just had to. I actually think he walked off the map just a little bit here. I have to.
Yeah,
he helped himself along a little bit here. We gotta enjoy this clip. That's hilarious. All right, unfortunate.
Poor guy.
This is tough. This is definitely a.
This is just
don't want to
tough, yeah.
stagger. Right. So we can even skip forward here.
I think it's safe.
Oop, we see a turret form here. Ooh.
Almost picks up that Ash,
Almost.
actually.
Really nice spank there.
Yeah. Ball touches. Big.
Yeah.
Okay, right here, we gotta be aggro. We gotta be very aggro, I feel like. We have 0.79 on the card, so we're pretty much forced to play around the card. Like, I think we gotta go down and retake some of the space.
Sure.
Because right now, we're just walking around a lot on the high ground, and we're not even, like, fully committing to tracking people with our left click. We're just kind of, like, still
certainly
poking
now.
when we need to be fighting for our life, you know?
Certainly now that we have that turret form.
Yeah.
And what would you do here? What would you do here?
I mean, I see the ball is at like half HP. I would either like take the angle on that Hanzo Mercy, but then again, that's very dangerous because you can see it's Hanzo Mercy, the damage boosted, you're maybe gonna die. So either I would drop down, try to take the angle at them, but I probably wouldn't do it because we have ball and not Sig. So I would maybe just stay up here in turret form, supply some damage down, and like, you know, help our ball trying to hold the point. Ooh.
I mean, even that wasn't too bad, you know.
Exactly. Like, it's not that bad. Like dropping down on the Hanzo if you just live.
Did we cancel turret?
I think we did. Yeah. Again here, like we are getting value with the turret. Like we're almost killing that Hanzo, which is a very big threat to us. But
yeah,
it's not the maximum value we could be getting.
If we were maybe slightly tighter to cover that you were saying earlier. And trusted our turret damage. Maybe then we take a little bit less damage. We trust the heal from our support, so that we're able to
and even
stay.
Like even when he's in turret form and he goes back to like try and retreat and he cancels it, you can see the Doom tries to catch him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
If he hadn't canceled the turret form, he could turn on the Doom, force the Doom to block, and then he's in a really bad spot. The Doom.
Right. Oh, that stall is going crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think we win this though.
It's a tough one. It's a very tough one.
Now, how would you position here? Because we've got time now to actually choose our engagement here. So where would you go?
I would probably be playing up where our cast is right now, because like we do have a very good path from there. But if not over there, because I was scared of the Hanzo spam or whatever, I would probably play all the way right with us and just like. Trying to like, you know, again, you can fall behind that cover there on the left, right? Always have some cover to fall back to.
Sure. That just seems kind of a random nade.
Yeah.
And then we've kind of rotated. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I actually am wondering. I actually think I might like this position.
I don't think it's that bad either. I think it's actually.
It feels a little closer, a little easier to get that turret and nade value from here. You know, while still having some form of cover, maybe. As long as our supports can see us, maybe it's okay.
It is, but like again, it's a lot to rely on that the supports go out there and see you.
That's true. That's true. Good target focus there.
Really good target focus.
We cancel.
I would say like a little thing though is like when ball tries to slam, you just gotta like kind of gotta read your ball a little bit and like be ready to right click his slams because you can get an immense amount of value out of that, especially if you have Discord on your team with Zen.
Oh my goodness! Look at how close. So the Mercy first off is 1. And then the Ash is also 1. Oh my goodness gracious!
He almost full tracks that Ash, but then he runs out of ammo, right?
super unfortunate. Okay.
But actually, a very nice hold right there.
Yeah. So just as many good things to say as bad things, you know?
There's a lot of good things. In general, I'm seeing a lot of like, we're playing really safe with our turret. Like we're not getting the maximum value possible. We're not utilizing the fact that you can walk with turret in Overwatch 2 to like, you know, engage in the enemy. We're kind of only using it like defensively, falling behind a cover when they retreat, and then we don't have turret for 12 seconds. And then they have 12 seconds where they can play, right? I would almost be a little bit more aggressive, especially with the Discord on our team, because if you turret form a Discord target, it's death.
Yeah, true. Thoughts? This almost feels a little early.
It is a little early. If I don't know, I don't really hate it, because he can go for the Ana, kill them.
That's
and
true.
Then the Mercy has to fall back for the rest, and then his team can clean up in main.
Right.
But again, I just saw a little
we know it's coming. Here we go.
Yeah,
here it comes.
Like really gotta focus the Ana or Zenyatta in your games. Like they're really easy targets, right?
Or certainly if we're gonna focus the Ashe, like we talked about earlier, or anything. I mean, what does this shot even aim for? I mean,
exactly.
This looks like a disco rave party, but it's just a terrible Bastion ultimate.
If we are gonna be shooting at an Ashe, I do recommend like an even bigger pause than you might think. Like a first like shot to bait out the coach gun, then you see where she's moving, and then you place it where she's gonna land. Right?
That's unfortunate. I feel like that was unnecessary.
Yeah. How do we?
You know, it is a little bit of that, just a little bit of that cover. You know, just a little bit too wide, and then even here, you weren't fully healed.
Yeah. So also, definitely with the Bastion as well. Like you gotta really be mindful of your HP. Like your hitbox, your head is so big. Like you have 150 HP, wide swinging Ashe Hanzo right now. It's a very risky situation to put yourself in.
Might be just be a loss here. Oh wait, did we get a chance to recontest? Looks like we do. Oh, let's see what we got here. I want to see this kill.
I like the movement there in the start with the right click. I would have liked to, like, throughout this entire replay, I would have liked to see some more movement with the right click in general.
Shots in the Mercy. I know. That's it. Yeah. Charlie Niner. Well, main takeaways here. We talked about the greed with the ultimate being a big one, the cover being a big one, and then specifically a little bit more educated aggression around that turret farm. Those the big three?
Definitely. Yeah, big three. And like just with your ult especially, like how are you gonna use it? Are you gonna be using it as like a combo? We saw at the start of the game they had Sig. If you're playing Bastion Sig, that's a really strong ultimate combo. Like, if he hits a Sigma ult on, for example, 3 people, you just place the shots right under, they fall into them, they're half HP, they get shot by Bastion shots, they die. Like, that's a multi-kill. Or you can go the other route, which is like the more pulse bomby, like pre-fight, maybe even like sort of start mid-fight, like look for the kill on the Ana, right? Mercy can res him, but like, still, that's a lot of resources spent on one Ana just that.
Makes sense,
so, like,
makes sense.
A lot of like, I don't know, the ult there was very greedy. Looking for a bunch of multi-kills, and especially on some targets that have movement abilities like Ashe.
Sure. Well, it's that time to review the GOAT now. You ready? You got a code for me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sent it like earlier in the... Let's have a look at...
Rialto, Li Jing, which one?
Yeah, we can look at Rialto maybe. Or even... Nah, let's look at Rialto.
Okay, sounds good. So top 500, Bastion. Let's take a look here.
I think both of these games are like from an account that was like around rank 100. I think.
So again, just let me know when to pause. Talk me through your thought processes, the good, the bad, you know. So
right here, we're just trying to like secure this first corner, right?
Right.
Because we want to like go up here so we can play, get some space. I'm just shooting a little bit at D.Va. right here, the further range, because of the weapon spread and such, I don't want to turret form that early. I just want to shoot a little bit in recon. Then I turret form a little bit when I'm getting low to utilize the damage reduction, right?
Right. So that was almost a defensive use of it. But in a way, it still accomplishes, like, if we look at this from, like, I love freaking space, man. I love space so much, you know? So I'm looking at this here and I'm like, all right, there's the positioning of their Ashen Soldier initially. You pop the turret form. And then if we skip forward 7 seconds, what they've actually done is they've rotated right, allowing my hog to actually go for a hook. If I don't turret form, I don't know if my hog can go for a hook. Right?
Like, turret form is just... a lot of it is to create space throughout, like, just the thread, like we talked about it earlier. If you are shooting at a Bastion and he's in turret form and it's just the two of you shooting at each other, you're probably not gonna win that one, usually, because it's just so much damage, right? And he has the damage reduction as well, 300 HP. So you create a lot of space just with the use of your turret form.
Is that the same idea here, just to create a distraction while your Echo Mercy's on the flank?
Yeah. I think I'm just right here. If I remember correctly, I'm just turret forming to just deal some hotshot damage, get some value in. Whilst I'm rotating here on the off angle, like, my turret cooldown is coming back, you know, so I'm ready.
Got it. And then now that your hog is here, your Echo's ready, you're on the angle,
like,
and
we're setting up.
Almost have your turret. You almost have that turret ready. So it's like kind of synchronizing that pressure at the same time.
Exactly. It's all about pressure. It's all about space and the space that you create with the pressure of your turret form.
I mean, look at this, right? This is like these guys. This is terrible for Team Blue squishies. I mean, where are they going to go? They got a soldier on the flank, you know, a hog pushing forward, and then now you're off angling with the turret. I mean, it's just miserable. And they can't even cross. I mean, there's no cover for them anywhere they go.
Exactly. Like, we totally isolate their tank by just turret forming on her, and she has to fall back, and then the squishies are then again isolated on the right.
So it's a mixture of patience and then decisiveness when that opportunity presents itself to create some space, right?
That's why you'll also notice, like, I think a big difference here in the replay from before. We did see him cancel his turret form almost every time. Like, I think he really wanted to let the cooldown, like, begin, so he could get it back again, right? But there's just so much value you can get out of one turret form. Even if you think it's, like, bad in the start, you are still forcing them back because they can't really peek as long as you're in turret form. So just control that space, and if you are, like, I don't know, if you're top 500, if you trust your aim, you can also be really potent in recon. So, like, it's not your do-all, be-all, but, like, stick it out sometimes, you know? See how much space you can actually make, especially when you're playing with a hog. That can really capitalize off it.
So just them hiding is value sometimes.
Exactly. That's absolutely value.
Olympus has fallen. Oh no.
Oh no. I love how Bastion just crumbles.
I mean, that's huge right there. This is what we talked about. You find that Ana.
Yeah.
You get one right on her, read her movement. She cuts this way, so you go this way. But because she's indecisive, she's like 80-80 strafing, she's dead.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I got an extra shot here. Blam.
Yeah, just that extra shot was just thrown up. But it's the concept of, like, the first shot gauges the Ana's movement, and then the second shot, you know, picks up the final kill.
Right.
And that's actually, like, it's one of the buffs on Bastion when they reworked him, like, a couple of seasons ago, that I feel like not a lot of people talked about. The movement speed in the Bastion all camera, that's actually really useful because it makes it easy for you to, like, get over to the place you want to be when you shoot that first shot on the Ana or someone with a mobility. And
I
also
discovered the other day.
All different spawn.
I discovered the other day I get blocked by Maywall.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed by that. I was like, there was a choke where I couldn't go over the Maywall with it. I was like, wait, I'm literally getting blocked by a Maywall. Like, what is this?
Yeah, but that's when you also, like, in your Bastion ult, you really got to utilize, like, the right click, left click, like, different camera angles to move over the terrain, right?
Right.
And just in general, here with my hog, you'll see me a lot, like, just playing for him mostly.
Right.
Because he draws them out of position and I can follow up, right?
Right. It almost feels like you're trying to just, like, bait attention, bait resources there, you know? Because you're like...
Yeah, I see the card moving.
And then they're like, freaking out. And there's, I think, Sleep Dart, there's Nade, there's...
Yeah, exactly.
Valk, there's Full Matrix, and you're just like, peace, you know? Just totally back out.
Exactly. Also, like, I'm low, so I'm chilling a little bit. Heading over to my Life Weaver. Waiting for some cooldowns right now, hoping we don't go down.
Now, would you retake high ground here with Nade?
I don't remember if that's what I do, but I probably would.
Maybe
soon.
not.
Okay, I pick up soldiers, so maybe not.
Maybe not.
But
Yeah.
let's say we're in a 5v5 situation here where I don't pick up soldier, you know, then I would probably try to pressure the high ground again, you know.
Okay.
Move them down from it.
Sure. Okay, makes sense. Again, this is just the zoning value, right? Like you just the damage here is almost not meaningless, but not high, but it completely took the Ana and Mercy out of that.
Yeah,
fight.
I actually like I genuinely think you don't have to get the kill secured. You just have to get them so low that they can't play, because that's like virtually a kill sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Ooh, nice little pedal there.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Get her. So that's okay. That's good.
Yeah, I think she moved. Yeah, I don't want. Listen, some of it, like I think both these replay codes were like from a couple days ago when I was really sick. So maybe some of it is not. Maybe some of it is not like a.
Listen, I think chat will say that a Bastion OTP is always really sick if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Now,
that's a little bit of an early ult.
Would this be a kind of keep the snowball going mindset?
I think that's probably my thought process. But I would probably save the ult. If I was like thinking back on it right now, I would save the ult from when we reach up to the next corner, right? Somehow pick up 2.
I mean, it's the same thing. That you force her to move, then you know, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, the concept is the same. Like the ult is fine. Like mechanically, the ult is fine. But maybe the decision to ult should have been like, when we move up to this corner we're taking right now, right?
Sure.
So we can finish out the game with it.
So our previous Bastion player is actually in chat. They ask, did we talk about Bastion versus D.Va? She's so annoying to play against, especially as Bastion.
I actually, maybe this is a little bit of a controversial opinion, especially from a Bastion OTP. I don't think D.Va is that much of a problem, and here's the reason. Like, the DM, it's what, like 6-second cooldown if you full hold it from max, and Bastion turret form is like 8 or something, right? And you can also, like, D.Va, if she spends all her DM, all her resources going on you, that's honestly fine. Like, you're taking their tank out of the game. You'll be doing that anyways, right? If you're turret forming on her. And there, like I said again, Bastion isn't useless in its recon form. You have a lot of strength with those recon shots. Like, they deal a lot of damage. So if D.Va spends all her resources on your turret, and like I said, you have 2 seconds where you can shoot in your turret form, where she has no way of having DM, then you're still applying more pressure to them than when she is using all of her stuff on you. You're still applying more pressure than, you know, if it were against anyone else. I don't think D.Va is that much of a problem. And especially with what I'm playing right here with a Hog. If Hog hooks D.Va, which he can do the DM, then I just turret form on her and she just almost instantly dies.
Makes sense. Okay. And this is where just Bob, because there's nothing else really to shoot.
Yeah.
And even just making sure they can't take space off of the Bob even, you know?
Yeah. Like, I think maybe a lower rank Bastion might, like, engage to try and secure the kill on the Bob, but it's not really that important.
Just hold that corner. Like, the cover usage has been a big difference between you and the previous Bastion.
The only reason I shoot the Bob is because you have infinite ammo in turret form, right?
Sure.
So I just want to use it.
Nice. I think this is it. They even touch? No. Easy.
Nope.
3 points and 333. Love to see it. All right. So let's keep rolling here. So I'm noticing some of the indirect value out of turret. Obviously, some of the mechanics will be clearly mechanical gap here. But the big one for me has been the cover usage in the ultimates, right? Like the ultimates, everyone is that the one and it's following the movement, and then the cover usage is so disciplined, right? Every time it feels like you get shot, you're right next to a wall. Yeah,
exactly. Like, you're always like ready to fall back, and you always have like sort of this path in the back of your mind.
Right. I think one of the details here.
Like,
No, go ahead. I was gonna say one of the details here is that. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you're probably gonna see me play even further back right now because they have Hog.
Sure.
Like, we were looking at the enemy team having a Hog or something, right? Like, you're probably gonna be seeing me trying to play sort of out of that hook range most of the time.
I was thinking about this and I'm like, you know, you could be reconning here, but I also realized reconning might get your head blown off by that damage boosted dash.
Exactly.
Your head is in your butt cheeks. You can't be headshot when you're in turret form.
That's actually, I don't know if you remember, that's one of the first things I talked about when we got on this call.
Yeah.
Bastion is actually, like, against heroes that really rely on those headshots. he can be super strong because your head just doesn't exist in turret form. Plus you have the damage reduction. Plus you have 300 HP. Plus some of it is armor, right?
Yeah.
You can really like Bastion can really actually sometimes take out some of the snipers like Widow.
Yeah.
If you played right. If you played
Interesting.
right.
So
Hanzo is scary, but
as bad as this matchup is for you, you do have that strength going for you.
yeah.
The poke heroes rely on those headshots. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting the cover here, right?
Yeah.
Immediately swapping to the squishy when it pushes forward, and then another squishy, then the tank.
Exactly.
It's almost like a little bit of ADHD turret, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you also noticed I don't have to kill them. Like, the fact that I just shoot them like that allows a Hog, for example, to get up to the high ground with the Life Weaver pet. Or allows a Echo to set up correctly and such.
Right. Just the respect that you force.
Yeah, and almost resets their entire push. Like, if I hadn't turret form there or if I didn't have it, they would have been able to take the space, right?
And I think I know so many people that would have immediately turned to shoot Roadhog here, right? Because, turret form shoots tank. But right now, it's like the Roadhog, he's not really out in the open. He's got a lot of cover, and the soldier's on an off angle. He needs to get out.
Yeah.
So you shoot that soldier, then you go back to shooting a soldier again, and you just basically deny that value.
Exactly. Yeah. Really bouncing the aim around. Like,
oof.
Sometimes even like it might be like sort of a controversial thing I'm about to say, but sometimes even low-key ignoring the tank. Like sometimes.
You realize whose stream you're in, right? You realize whose stream you're in. Yeah, I mean, this is a Smiloism. But yeah, I 100% agree. All right, here we go.
Only sometimes.
There it is. Nowhere she can go.
Exactly.
Big Boy asks, I haven't talked about it yet. Can you ask Herloaf what heroes he likes to have the most on his team? Like, who should you play if you're duoed with a Bastion main?
For tank right now, obviously I really like Sig. Sig is really strong because he has a lot of peel potential for you. If you're, for example, playing into like what we're looking at right now, a Roadhog, which you said could be like really hard for me, which I do agree with sometimes. Even though he's a big squishy, he has like I mean, a big target for you to shoot with turret form. He has like this hook that can take you out of position. Sig can just come and use his hands on you and shield on you, and it's a very good combo with, for example, Bastion ult. Like, there's a lot of peel potential right there. Even if he's losing out on one of the cooldowns, like his shield, he probably has hands, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff there to help. And for support, I really like, Bab. Again, the peel with the ammo. If I'm just allowed to be alive, I can almost like act as a second tank whilst also dealing that insane amount of damage, right?
Yep.
The
I've loved playing with a flanker as well on DPS. I don't know if that's your experience as well.
Oh, definitely.
Tracer, anything that can pull attention away from where I'm at, so that there's more of like I get more presence on front line, and then they're not always looking at me. That they might have to turn around for the Tracer, the Sombra. I don't know if you feel the same.
No, I can really vibe with that. Like, I think also if you are like, as I am right here, forcing the soldier away from the off angle. And shooting the Hog a little bit, you can see he's low. He's going back. Like, it's really easy pickings for the Tracer, because imagine right now they had someone in their backline. Messing with them.
I mean, think even about your attack, like how much value the Echo on that, like the hard flank was getting. It felt like there was nowhere for them to hide. They had to wear a Bastion main, Echo behind. Like,
Echo is actually she's doing it this game.
Yeah,
taking that off and taking those flanks.
Beautiful. Okay. We continue. Ooh, this is saucy. Pedal.
Yeah, there's something wild going on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and your Hog are on the flank here. I think your Hog is dead.
I think my Hog is dead as well. Poor guy.
No. Good nade. Buys time. Oh, you guys don't get the stickies.
Oh, am I
alive? Huge. Maybe Life Weaver, not a bad combo either.
This is where it crumbles, right? We get a little bit too overconfident, go a little bit too far, and that's when we lose, right?
Yeah. Just a little bit. It even happens to top 500. Ooh.
It does. Oh, no, I remember this. Look at this.
Oh, no. Okay, you got it. That's all that matters. You got what you needed. That's all that matters. That's hilarious.
Alright, so right now we're just setting up on the high ground. Pretty chill. Bastion can be really strong playing around high ground a lot of the time, actually.
Okay. Ooh, nice little pull there from your Life Weaver. Wow.
Yeah, he's actually doing really well, I feel.
Yeah. Nice. Huge grenade there. And you're just doing this to hold space. You're just like, you're not allowed to peek. You're not allowed to peek.
Exactly. Letting my hog like push up again.
Right,
and, like,
right.
Take it. Like, I don't even have to see him. All I know is that he can't walk out from there, right?
Right. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Grenade back to high ground? Hey, all right. Now, would you turret form... I was about to ask you as you about to ult here, but let's say you didn't have ultimate here. Would you turret form this crossing while playing around Roadhog Hook? Or is it too exposed?
I wouldn't turret form here. Like,
okay.
Hog is playing on the left, so even if he hooks someone, it's gonna be hard for me to follow up that much, especially if it's a squishy, right?
Okay.
But, like, right here, they have like the little bit of cover with the fence on the bridge. And,
yeah,
like,
I see that.
The supports are playing a little bit far back. I would just stay in the recon mode here, try and go for some cheeky headshots. Okay. Again, like, same concept with the turret form, forcing them low so it's harder for them to push.
Got it.
But just from a longer range, because at that point, the spread is just too much.
Sure. Here it comes. Found her. Oh! She did it. She almost got... She had a mercy pocket. So
I think it's important to look at her movement here.
First shot, you're not quite centered.
And
then you read her movement wrong in the second one.
Yep. Exactly.
So you go to fix it, but I think she actually cuts. Yeah, she's able to just hard W key out. Is able to get out.
Yeah.
But I mean, even that, like that took so many resources, wasted so much time. And look at that poor Roadhog, right? Like this guy is there. It is. There's your Bastion kill right there.
Exactly.
Right? Zero peel on that Roadhog.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then comboing that with the turret form just to keep them ranged, poked out. And then now it's like, they literally could not take space.
Exactly.
I'm getting PTSD from scrimmaging this map way back in the day in like spam mirrors back in like tier 2 Overwatch League. Crossing this bridge was miserable.
Yeah, this is a really hard bridge to cross. And actually into Bastion as well, like, just imagine it, like the range is just so strong. Because you can fall back, they can't really fall back behind anything.
It's actually funny. They actually widened the bridge. We didn't even say anything about it on both of the first and second point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
This is wider than it used to be in Overwatch 2. In Overwatch 1, this was more narrow. And same thing with the bridge over here. They widened it. They never said anything about it. It was not this wide. It was about 1.5 meters, maybe 2 meters more narrow. But yeah.
That's actually insane.
Yeah. It was just one of those ghost buffs that they just don't talk about. At least I've never seen them talk about it. No hook, you push forward.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is
It's funny how much worse your character feels in the open without turret form. You start to feel those headshots.
Yep. You really do feel the headshots. Like turret form, one of the strongest part of its damage reduction is that it's harder for them to hit headshots.
So I guess we've talked a lot about like the indirect value here, but Frito says you should never use turret form to poke, but it seems like Herloaf is doing that sometimes. Is just a map feature, or are there exceptions to the rule Frito gave?
I don't know. Like, I do poke sometimes with turret form, but it really does depend. Like when I decide to go turret form to like sort of poke, it's sort of like I feel like they're sort of killable, even though I'm only poking. You know what I mean? Because turret form, it is really fast damage. So like sometimes if I do see them like playing on the open, I might take a risk in turret form and go for the poke that might turn into a kill. But
can I guess?
Usually, go on.
Here's what I'm seeing from your turret form. I'm the artist. I can't paint myself, but I can analyze other people's art. I'm noticing your turret forming when zoning the enemy backline. Just keeping them distracted and busy is good enough value. So like when you were turreting here, you would never turret form this far away if the Roadhog was sitting over here because they're just going to sit and wait it out and nothing happens. But when you let the Roadhog cross and then you used your ult, whatever, then you turret form, this Roadhog is totally by himself and the turret is stopping them from walking forward. So even though it's doing 0 damage, the poke threat is preventing them from walking forward, which is what's killing your tank.
Yeah, I mean, I could sit there and poke in recon mode on the supports, hit the headshots, they would be low. Yeah. But like, they wouldn't respect it, you know. They would still walk through it and they wouldn't die because I'm poking, right?
Sure.
If I turret form, they have to respect it, because if they do keep walking into turret form, then they start to enter that dangerous zone.
So I guess the rule is me zoning backline or zoning people getting value right now? Are we fighting elsewhere so I can zone and get value? Because a lot of people will turret early and then nothing's happening and then it's wasted. But yeah, okay then. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Ha! Beautiful tracking. Unreal.
Absolutely.
Unreal. Unreal. I know where this is going. Know where she can go that time. Oh, I got the mercy.
What?
Oh no.
You can see it again there. Like, I tried to predict the Anna's movement by placing it on the boat on the right, you know.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking she would go to the right.
I was thinking
she
too.
sees those rings and thinks she's safe, but like somehow she lives, and I get the mercy instead. Because
she just presses W. She just commits.
Yeah.
You know, but the funny thing is that even if you know, they do live here, like this is in the middle of a team fight brawl, you know, like this is so uncomfortable for them to be thinking about. Oh, that was almost beautiful. You almost led it perfectly. You get the shot instead though, so that's all that matters. Alrighty here, and this is, I guess, another one of those circumstances where, like, look at your Roadhog.
Yeah.
Look at your Echo Mercy. Zoning value here. It's annoying. It's creating opportunities where they're scared to peek, and so then it sets up an opportunity for your Roadhog. So, like, if you look at the actual damage numbers, how much damage is this doing? 50, 60?
Yeah, not a lot.
But it's that indirect zoning value, right?
There's also like we talked about, there is like still that like thing where you can peek for longer because you're in turret form. You take
no
damage.
headshot. Yeah.
Like no headshots. You can provide that pressure longer than you could with a recon mode.
That's true. That's true. That soldier's on the move. Again, just screw off. Screw off.
Exactly.
He's playing that one. He played that one really well, I will say, though.
He actually did. He did. Like, I had to disengage from that 1v1.
We're playing around hook, playing around hook, playing around hook. There it is.
Yeah, I think
Hog walks forward.
really keep notice of like the range I'm playing with the Hog right now.
Yeah. He's dead. Oh no, your Echo.
Oh shit.
I thought for sure she was dead. Ah, that was a huge nade. Yeah, your Roadhog kind of trolled there. I don't even know what happened to your Roadhog.
No, I think maybe it's like that ranked mentality where, okay, we have 3 minutes 30, they're on 20 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happens here?
Right? Like,
what happens here?
We're closing out the game.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. We're gonna get like another 7 kills with ultimate. I can smell it.
Hopefully.
And even better with the cart, you know, because you got to worry about can't leave cart.
Like,
so
exactly, like Bastion is really good at overtime.
Look at that.
Like they just instant run back.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, just look at the zoning value. Ash can't hide from you and Sombra at the same time. She has to chick and choose.
Exactly. That nano is really good though.
That was a good nano. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I guess a lot to learn. You know, obviously, like I said, the big things for me were just like the importance of like how much value you're getting out of cover and your ultimates. And then the other detail that we kind of picked up on the end is just the indirect value of turret, where sometimes you weren't actually doing with the zoning, the chaos, the attention, so much value from just not even hitting many shots, but just creating value that way. I mean, obviously, like you said, the mechanics, the nades, that kind of stuff. But those are the big 3 that stood out to me.
Yeah. The space control with like the pure threat of damage turret is really what you want to look at, I think.
And to me, that's the ceiling more than anything else, right? Obviously the grenade, the mechanical ceiling, but like I think that's where like you're going to get some extra value where people are like, oh, what's the difference between me and Herloaf? You know, like my mechanics aren't that much worse. Well, because you're doing the things that don't really look all that flashy. You might not even notice the value that you get from them.
Like it's way more about like just like the general like game sense.
Yeah.
What you're allowed to like do. So if you have like the really high ranked game sense of it, you can use Bastion as a very good tool to like put that into reality.
Makes sense.
Them to play how you want them to play.
Well, I really appreciate your time, mate. I'm looking forward to, we'll have to get this all edited up and thrown on YouTube at some point.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I really appreciate your time. Let me actually plug your Twitch here because you're pretty consistent streaming. I can't remember I do remember hosting at some point, but I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's a Bastion demon. So let me plug your Twitch here, and for those of you guys that are interested in some big brain Bastion gameplay, make sure to check him out. But yeah, I really appreciate your time, mate. And I guess I'll keep in touch. Thanks for reaching out in the first place. This is definitely something I actually had on my mind, and I apologize for the delay.
No, it's no worries.
IRL stuff came up, but yeah, have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you so much for the time.
All right, cheers, mate. See ya.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Herloaf, the brilliant Bastion player. Hope you guys learned a lot. I know that I learned a lot. I think for me, it was a lot about the indirect value of turret is something I hadn't really thought as much about, like the zoning value and like when to actually use it at appropriate times. Because it's easy to like synchronize the pressure of like you push with this, you push with that, and I was actually like crazy how many fights were just won with just zoning backline and just poking out. And I didn't even think about like how the headshot hitbox hiding like actually matters a lot more in the situations when you're playing versus like those pulp comps that feel terrible to play into, right? But then you have Bastion turret form, and then you can't be headshot. But yeah. Cheers, Senpai Odin. I really appreciate you submitting your code, mate. This will be on my Spylo 2 channel, unedited, and then the edited version, I'm sure at some point will be on Spylo 1. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for submitting your code. We had a few codes, but you sent such a nice message, and so I always tend to favor people that are very serious about getting some coaching. So I was like, all right, we got to get this guy. So. I'm starving, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm starving. I'm going to be... yeah, no problem, Senpai. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I echo Herloaf's thoughts that I do hope that they add some dynamic and some nuance to the character. I mean, those are my favorite words. Wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, nuance, dynamics. Angles. But yeah, so I'm going to eat something. Shut up, Varashi. Yo, I saw you guys talking about quick play and like experimental mode. Is there some announcement or something I need to read? I missed something? What to do to get a VOD? Exclamation mark coaching. It tastes okay. It's like lukewarm beef and sweet potatoes, so it's like okay, I guess. Oh, just disgusting. Oh, wow. I know I talked about it on Twitter already. Man, oh man. Who's ready to have some fun? What? I mean, it's cool, I guess, but like, it's just a bug skin. For a split second, I didn't see the thing. This was posted on Twitter. I was like, I thought it was the same. I didn't know it was a mythic skin. I literally didn't know for a second until I read the description. And then my second thought, which was also negative because I'm a negative Nancy, was, oh no, people are going to be playing Orisa. Oh no. Oh no. Tell me this does not look like a legendary skin. Tell me. Tell me. Say it to my face. This is kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. It just ain't Genji, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't Genji. It just ain't Genji. Chat, what were the mythic skins? It was Genji, which was really good. Who was the second one? What can I remember? Okay. I think the Queen was okay. I thought Queen was okay. I didn't mind Queen. I still use it. Kiriko was good. So maybe the first three were good. I thought Sigma was butt cheeks. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even you couldn't pay me to use that skin. And I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the tracer one either. It just looks corny. I do not like tracer or Sigma. The Hanzo and Ana were okay. The Ana was cool. The Ana was cool. Yeah. I think it's even like the tracer effects were cool, but I just didn't like the skin. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll be right back. Yeah, the customization lacking, we're really starting to show agreed. Because if you look at it, oh, Christian,
I have a session booked with you, but it gave me your time for the session, and I'm not sure
what day is
time
it?
would be.
What day is it? What day is it, Christian? Let's check the skins really fast here. Gonji. Yeah, I mean, color, mask, tattoo, and the weapon, and customized voice and everything. December 5th. December 5th. 12 p.m. EST. Did it not give you your time? 12 p.m. EST. You eating good? No, the reason that you're booking so far in advance is because I cut down 2 sessions on Tuesday and Thursday because I was coaching too much. I was getting burned out. Because I was doing like 4 VOD reviews on Tuesdays and Thursdays before I even turned stream on. So I was like freaking gassed. I'd been doing that for a year. And then I was also getting a lot of private coaching sessions, which was like an extra 4 or 5 hours a week. And so I was just exhausted. Yeah, see, I'm not going to lie, guys. Customization is there, but it's like it just, ugh. Like, ugh. You know? It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. And who gives a rip what his balls look like? Maybe that's just me. And but guys, like, don't tell. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't get it. Now let's look at Tracer. Ah, no. Yeah, the customization is dipping. And again, the weapons are so subtle, and they're also super loud. I don't like how big the freaking weapons look. I guess I should probably do that. These are okay, I guess. But I don't like that. Fire's kind of cool. Okay, maybe I like that. Ana. And again, the customization, you can definitely see the customization's way lower. What was the other one we talked about? Jungle Queen? The JQ. I don't think she has a lot of, oh, she has a decent amount of customization. I don't understand the customizations of the weapon when it's so small. Maybe that's just me. I want Spylo bad. Okay. Who am I forgetting, chat? Is that all? Is that all? Oh, Kiriko. Yeah, see, they went from 5 or whatever, 4 or 5 customizations to 3. mean, these are like major customizations. And then the color. I mean, this looks sick. Maybe that's just me. Yeah. Clip something for me, Spala? What did you clip? And who gives a rip what his balls look like? And you guys are so predictable. So predictable. Just remove balls from my dictionary? Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, Arissa one looks like we have even fewer customizations. Maybe just 3. It honestly looks like we just have 2, but even if it's just 3, it's a bit, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think anything would have. There's no way that you can contextualize this, explain that one away. It's screwed. Okay, chat, you know how stupid I am? You do know how stupid I am. You guys want to check something stupid? I released this counter video, right? Window swap. Bro, I just straight up forgot Reaper. And I just straight up forgot Bastion. I think I even did them on stream. I just forgot them. I don't even know how I did that. I spent way too much time on this. And I forget Reaper and Bastion. Or my mouth was hurting from talking so much. And I forgot Reaper and Bastion. I was just like, bro. I was so mad. So I had to freaking put them in the pinned comment. Plus all the other disclaimers. Because, dude, a video like this is risky. I'm not going to lie. It's always risky. Because everyone's going to be like, actually, in the comments. I'm just like, oh, I have to respond to all of them. It's the most I've ever responded to a YouTube video ever, I think. Yeah. So I had to sit there and like, and bro, yeah, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. I wanted to do something fun, though, if you guys are down. So I was thinking we could go through pet peeves. So if you guys didn't see my tweet, this was definitely not posted after a quick play game where I was annoyed. Quick play, by the way. This pro coach, by the way, gets annoyed at quick play, by the way. So Overwatch 2 pet peeves. This is something we were going to do for a stream idea a little while ago, and I figured, like, what the heck, What is something you absolutely hate in a ranked game? So I was going to say we could kind of skim through these and see if we came up with some good one here. Do the map tier list for every hero? Maybe. We'll see. I think the way to do it is to be like, what are some top maps for this hero? What are some bad maps for the hero? Maybe. So this might be fun. Let's read through these before you guys share yours, because we will get to them. I want to read through these. Awkward comments. That's going to be respectful. I know that the replies in this comment are be super respectful. The only thing that's funnier than awkward, who, by the way, I do think is a pretty nice guy, is some of his myopic takes, but then people responding to him are so like cringe, bro. It's actually, people really don't like him, so they will find anything to like cook up on him. It's kind of funny. Private profile out of voice. I mean, who cares? This is like classic Overwatch community. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? Like, okay, private profile out of voice. They pick the character that they want to pick. They play the character they want to play. I don't know. What's the deal with private profiles? Honest question. What's the deal with private profiles? Like, I understand that it was fun to see what other people played. I want a flame, right? I understand. I don't know. My profile has never been private. Never. Not even once. I do agree that it's annoying. That's the default, but yeah, I don't know. So often Smurfs. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would say the complaint with private profiles being people smurfing or boosted. I think those are fair. What did I say? Just remove balls from. Dang it! I can't even say it anymore. So yeah, I guess private profile would be annoying. Out of voice is like whatever. I don't really care. be honest. Discord targets are not dying when pinged or calmed. Oh gosh. Well, okay. So like the problem with Discord targets is you have to ask yourself, is the target that is discorded something that my team wants to or can shoot? I'm not responding to that. But like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's like kind of flawed-ish. See, I'm perfect. And my pet peeve was when people shot the tank when they could shoot other tank. They could shoot things other than the tank, right? So I was perfect, nearly. People do side missions instead of the main quest objective. You know what this guy is about. You know what this guy's about. Yeah, this screams like no off-angler stack on point kind of a guy. The objective is to not push in unless all targets are dead. One pick should be enough to push. Yeah, not a fan of that one, mates. This guy wants you to not allow. You're not. One pick should be enough to push. Yeah, I don't know. People routinely ignoring Junkrat and Roadhog Trap now. Yeah, I guess Roadhog Trap people just aren't used to looking for it. Have W unbound as tank. Yeah, I guess, sure. People not being on comms. I don't know what's the issue, but this needs to stop. You won't win games of being silent in rank all the time. It's getting annoying. Yes, you will, especially in GM lobbies. Okay, that's a fair point. So many games are winnable if people just talk. I guess in GM lobbies, sure, because there's a little bit more value to be had out of communication in GM lobbies, but besides, for the vast majority of people that are reading this, no. Supports that literally think that they're a gargoyle and can't move. That's pretty funny. Private profiles and GGs after one fight. True. Doomfist. Honest that literally never anti the enemy team and save nade for herself. Teams that get spawn camp and no one just tries going out one of the other doors and just ends their main. Ooh, that's a good one. Doomfist loses to try to be GQO Frogger with no understanding of why and what to do and what to do. Fair enough. Yapping in match about something that could have been calmed about. Supports typing tank diff when running the worst comp possible. People asking to switch after one fight. Yeah, these are good ones. Mercy and Lucio is my two supports. Yeah, that's fair. Mercy Lucio definitely does limit some of the tanks that you can play. It doesn't really affect you much as a DPS as much, but as a tank, it definitely limits it. Tanks who don't use W key or co-supports that don't heal you appeal for you when you've been doing it for them all game. Okay? When people blame their teammates, think they deserve to win without carrying. Carry bat players not using their guns, but don't think deaths matter. Mercy Lucio's in backlines. Two of my teammates have a dance party with the enemy at the spawn. A teammate just plays basketball in spawn. I mean, yeah, this is pretty bad. That's not really a pet peeve though. It's like people are actively throwing. This is a pet peeve. That's not really a pet peeve. None of the low mechanic support synergize well. Fair enough. Scoreboard tells the whole story. Heal botting supports. People not pressing Q. People not in voice chat. Someone dying before a fight starts. I mean, to be fair, this is just the nature of how stuff goes, depending on the composition you're playing into, but sure. Let's see here. Oddly specific. My favorite. This is the best part about this thing, though, is I freaking love this. Can we just admire this really quick? Can we just admire this right here? Oh crap! Screw off, EpicPen. Worthless. Look at this. People who type GG at the start of the game because of the team comp we have, when I have Lucy or Moira on my team. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's just a perfect marriage of disaster on my screen. And dude, how many times have we got those comments? Oh man, that is so cute. That's just delightful. Okay, let's get going. Everything. Appreciate the honesty. Seeing the screen. Wow. Okay. Uh-oh. When we need some more substantial contribution to the team. My favorite part about people that ask DPS players to swap, you need to be doing something that helps the team more. What does that even mean? With all due respect, Rico, what does that mean? What is a more substantial contribution to the team? Doing damage? Hitting shots? Like, that's why they're playing Hanzo. What do you like? Do you want like Soldier, the healing station, your backline? Right. Maywall, the enemy, like I guess Bastion, right? Bastion or Reaper to counter their tank, guys. All right. Private profiles. Kiriko having so much, and he refused to nerf her with anything meaningful. The bad news, mate. The bad news, Mr. Oliver, or Ollie, or whatever the name is. Now, I know overbuff, but this is the bad news, mate. This is the bad news. Where is she? Where is she? This is the bad news. This is the bad news. She feels she's a way more high skill that people understand. I agree that there's aspects of her that are annoying, but this is why she's not going to get nerfed. Now show GM? Sure. Well, yeah. It's not impossible, bro. It's not impossible. I'm telling you guys, indirect versus direct value. Everybody makes fun of me for talking about it, but it's true. It's true. What feels powerful isn't always the most important thing. Getting jumped as support, nobody in my team helping. Oh no. Oh no. Again. Yeah. Mercy, Lifeweaver, Flamers. If you play those characters, you're literally not allowed to flame anybody in chat. Stop spectating and provide something to team free. Criticize literally anyone. Definitely some anger in there. Definitely. Giving after one fight, immediately flaming. Counter swapping. People who play Doomfist into fives. Yeah. Hanzo existing. People don't shoot Torb turrets. May, Bastion, Sigma, Lucio, Doom one tricks the range system itself. Base dash, yes. People whining about quick play. Dude, that's true. I've played so many quick play games where people are like, oh, tank dev, support dev, on either team. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you? It's freaking quick play. Chill out, bro. Bro. Another super awesome combo. I don't get angry. I do, however, get disappointed when I push up as a tank and make loads of space. My DPS and support hang back like cowards, leaving me to feed instead. When I don't push in those matches, really don't get anywhere, stuck at the same joke. Scared tanks afraid of taking charge of the fight. Oh dear. Silver supports that insist on running Ana then can't hit their shots. Well, I mean, how are they going to learn how to hit their shots? They don't practice. You know what I'm saying? They're silver at Ana. That's why they're silver. They don't always hit all their shots. Silver supports. Uh-oh. I wonder what rank this person is. Tank players. Ooh. As a casual player, it's pretty annoying when every team wants to blame somebody. Like, just take the L and move on. Ah, deep. That's deep. Agreed. We need to bring back Sojourn hate. Kiriko player is playing Mercy with the Suzu. Ooh, good catch. That's a good one. You're supposed to play Mercy until Grandmaster and be unable to play anything else, obviously. That's true. You know, it's my favorite part is like, you don't play Widowmaker until you're Masters, and then you just pick Widowmaker and you're immediately good at her. That's how it works. The average level of supports. Ouch. Okay. It says the Genji profile picture. Ah! Oh. This guy plays open queue and then gets mad then when people play open queue. I understand the complaint, but still. Mm-hmm. People that, nah, just people. Oh boy. Mercy one tricks. Interesting. Makes sense. Okay, let's check to see if there's any quotes here. Lucio players. Oh yeah, this is the response from Frogger. I forgot about that. That was funny. That was funny. DPS players, every single one of them, bring back goats. Oopsies. Kyle is on the villain arc. Oh no. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Group up. No. Oh no. DPS players who only play DPS. I wish I spoke Spanish. I really want to just to give it a shot. Everything being in all caps is just hilarious. Supports que no hacen daño. Supports que te sacan un counter apenas los matas una vez. Double main support. I can read that one. I don't speak Spanish, but I think I know what this means. Oh, that's great. That's funny. That's gold. That's gold. That was funny. Yeah, the no damage backlines Masato is pretty tough, I will say. You notice it when you play with like a Life Weaver Moira backline or something, and you're like, bro, why is nothing die? Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Ooh! Chat, I've been popping off on Twitter recently. I'm not even trying. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. 60,000 views, 7.6, 348,000. Chat, you know what this means, right? On my next Twitter payout, $5. Bro, do you know how much? Wait. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Okay, yeah. Dude. Look, what is that? What is that? Bro, what is this? Listen, what? Bro, do you know I had like 50 million impressions or more? It was an unbelievable, and I got $10. Dude, freaking dude, you guys wanna talk about the scumbag? Here, where is he? Where is Bad Patch Namari? Yeah, look at this scumbag. I might be joining a team Twitter Blue, like 1 million views the last 8 days or so. It's chill to qualify for monetization, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's got 400 for only 1 week of impressions, so not too bad. This scumbag, this scumbag. Look at this guy. I mean, like, what? I got $10 for a year. And I had more impressions than he did over that. I mean, obviously, it was like 9 months. This guy, dude. Absolutely. And baits me, bro. I'm literally paying for Elon Musk's toilet paper. And what do I get? $10. Elon Musk is getting triple ply. His butt has never been handled with greater care. And what do I get? $10. Dang it, man. Dang it. Sucks, man. Not following Dante or J3? No, bro. I'm picky with who I follow. I only follow people that I'm like actually super care about or I'm like interested in. Quad ply? Dude, the guy is okay, we're gonna stop right there. I don't know. Dante's pretty funny. No, I believe it. I generally try to not follow too many people because it's not like an ego thing. It's just like I don't want to have 1 million things that I have to check on Twitter, you know? Follow me? Heck no, bro. I wouldn't follow you in a dark alley if you carried $1,000. Japanese spray toilet? I could go way further. We're gonna stop right there. Do you guys want to do more? What was I gonna say? We should probably do more tank. I feel like it's my responsibility to do more tank rework stuff. Who should we do? Whom should we do? Is too uppity to follow us, common folk? Oh yes, easily. Who should we do? We already did Hog. We already did Ramatra. Ball? We can do Ball. You guys want to do Ball? We can do Ball. I'm down for some balling. Let's do some Ball. Let me change the stream title. Rework fixing a wrecking ball. Spheres. Oh yes. Not ball, sphere. So what the frick is wrong with ball? Wrecking ball. You know what really, there's some pet peeves that I have here. One of them is people who say wrecking wheel. What? What is a wrecking wheel? In what way does he resemble a wheel? Where was that ever said, wrecking wheel? People say that. People say wrecking wheel. It makes me want to hit them. I don't understand. Okay, so wrecking ball. Don't. It's not even a D colon. Issues. What are issues? Complaints with wrecking ball. Too much survivability. But maybe too vulnerable to CC. I wouldn't even say he's like super vulnerable to CC. Like he's not Roadhog level. There's still counterplay, but and then rock me, mama, like a wrecking wheel. Yeah, exactly. No frontline, but see, how do you? I don't think you can change that. Like, I don't think you want to make Wrecking Ball have frontline presence. I think you just need to make him more consistently a threat. Like a trap? Oh, yeah, nice tech dress. You almost got me. I almost unleashed the demons. You almost unleashed both wolves living inside of me. Like, frontline presence, like a trap or something. Okay, so let's talk about the risk versus reward. One of the nice things about ball is that his cycles can, if you play ball really well, you could do a lot of pressure over a period of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the fun things about ball, especially with the shield change, is like managing your shots, then grappling and rolling through, and then going in again, going in and going in. So I don't know if we want to necessarily have him be like a Winston, where he's like, bam, big value, and then disengage, and then big value and disengage. I think part of what makes ball fun is similar to Doomfist, where you have like these repeated cycles, but maybe slightly higher peak of power. But to be honest with you guys, I do think Ball is going to be one of the heroes that we don't tweak too much. I think he's the problem with Ball is that he's too high skill ceiling, and that most people will never be good at the character. And I think that that's just something that we need to accept. I don't think you need to change too much about Ball. I think what Ball needs is some quality of life changes, maybe some tweaks to his survivability and tweaks to his vulnerability to CC. And I think you honestly leave him as he is. I think he's kind of the same problem as Old Summer. He can be out of the fight for too long. But see, that to me is more of a skill issue, to be honest with you. I really do think that's a skill issue. Whereas with Old Summer, not as much. I think if you manage your HP and your resources well, manage your shields and your cooldowns well, you can cycle super fast. The shield was a massive buff to his uptime. I don't know. I'm thinking Ball might be the least tweaked hero. Just quality of life changes. I don't think anything major. Playing with against fun factor. Right, which is why to me, with Ball, I don't think in Overwatch 2, you can have a character. I don't think you can really... Okay, so hear me out, chat. I don't think you can really buff his lethality all that much. I really don't. Because the problem is if you buff his lethality, then it becomes that you have to counter the Ball, otherwise you just get one, you die to him. Right? Because a basically infinitely mobile tank can choose any engagement on any squishy, so there has to be a downside to his lethality. Right, you could put him in a Sombra situation where he has like super high, like higher lethality, but you'd have to nerf the crap out of his survivability. And I don't know. I don't think we necessarily have to do that. I think if anything with Ball, I think you nerf his survivability slightly. I think you buff his ability to play around CC. And then I think you do throw in a couple of quality of life changes, and I think you call it a day. That's my take. That's my take. I think overall should buff CC tools, and maybe. I see. I'm not even sure about this because it's honestly like, I don't know. Because what does Ball struggle with? May freeze, Hender. You know, stuff that that to me, with all of our reworks and stuff, we were like dealing with anyway. You know, like I don't know. It feels weird to buff Ball around the worst that Overwatch 2 has to offer when really those things should be going away. I don't know. Slightly nerf survivability, quality of life tweaks. I feel like Ball is maybe small. When using shield CC effects, yeah, maybe adaptive shields reduces CC duration. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, the Overwatch devs, yeah, don't even get me started. All right, let's actually go through some of these suggestions. If you guys have any additional suggestions, I might miss them in Twitch chat. Throw them into here. grapple, he gets less affected by body blocks. I really do think the body block problem is an issue. I think it's a major quality of life issue. Okay. Hold on your butts. Hold on your butts. Why does what if hack and hinder locked you into your current form? So this is definitely not be locked in your current form. But you know what? I think it should lock you into your current form. But it shouldn't force you out of ball form. You get what I'm saying? So if you see a hack coming in, you shift into ball form so you don't have a head hitbox. And the same thing happens with hinder. So it actually gives you there's a little bit of counterplay where you actually have to react to the ability. Right? You obviously, if you get hacked or hindered, you can't use your grapple, you can't use your pile driver, your whatever. That's fine, you know, but maybe that's better than. Wait, does sleep take you out? Does sleep take you out too? Sleep takes you out too, right? It's inconsistent. So it's so inconsistent, right? Does sleep take you out? But shield bash doesn't, right? And freeze doesn't. Like, what? To be honest with you, I feel like it should just be whatever form that you're in, you should just stay. So Brig shield bash doesn't. Freeze doesn't. Can somebody in chat, can somebody... Or why is BattleNet got a Q? Heck? Tech, can you log on, Tech? Yeah, and see, the nice thing about Sleep Dart, at least, is that they nerfed the duration on that recently. But even that, yeah. Yeah, it does force more thought into the CC time. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you did that plus the body block and then nerfed adaptive shields, I think that would be huge. I think that might be all the ball needs. All right, so let's just go down the list, y'all. Let me pull up Overwatch heroes here. Start with Roadhog. I know the answer to this, but let's just go down the list. And hook me. Okay, that pulls me out. Hog out. Go Ana.
Gyroscopic harness activated.
Or Sigma. Sigma out. Sigma out. Ana out. Okay. I guess. Oh, you need. I think hit the pen. Hit the pen. That's so stupid. Like what? What? Why? Ryan pin in. Do shatter. Do shatter. Do shatter. Do shatter really quick. Do shatter really quick. But Orisa no. Orisa in. Oh crap! Just beat on me. Just beat on me. Yeah. Sorry. Actually, you know what? No, it'll be faster because we'll have to do it with May as well. Give me a second. Why the heck does Reinhardt pin, which is like way more like harder to hit on a wrecking ball, not take you out? That's like the one CC that actually makes sense. I think this takes me out. Yeah, it takes me out. Hey, why? So dumb. Okay, Orisa we already tested. Go Ash and bob me. Or that too. That's fine. That's fine. Doom. Punch in. That's, I guess, not really a stun or anything. It's just more of a boost. Brig. Shield bash. Or that too. Go ahead. What? Yeah, so I knew it didn't take you out, but that's still crazy. Brig, rally, in. That's so weird. Cassidy, I guess? Cassidy? Yeah, that's fine. Wait, what? It doesn't? Wait, it doesn't. Okay, so Cassidy is in. That's interesting. Junkrat in. It does if you're pile driving? Wait, what? What? Hang on, May Blizzard in. Do it with Cassidy again. Wait. So if I'm grappling, it doesn't. But what if I actually slam here? Hang on here. Okay, I did it too slow. I'll try it again. Try it again. Ready? Wait till I come back. Okay, we need to get this right. Again. There you go. Oh my gosh! Okay, this is crazy. No, it doesn't. It didn't. Didn't that time. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Doomfist, Echo, Genji, Hanzo, Illari, Junker Queen. Junker Queen. Yeah, hack is out. Sombra, hack out. Check EMP. I feel like the answer should be obvious here, but just EMP me really fast. Yeah, EMP, yeah. Can you do Junker Queen pull? I feel like I know the answer to this. I feel like it should be no. There's no way it's not no, but I just, for the sake of diligence here. Oh yeah, Flux. Check Flux, will you? Check Flux, will you? I think Flux, you're okay. Okay. Lifeweaver, no. Lucio, no. May, no. We already did. Mercy, Moira, no. Orisa, we did. Farah, no. Ramattra, no. Reaper, no. Ryan, we did. Roadhog. Roadhog is obviously we know. Yes. Sigma, Sojourn, Soldier, Sombra, Symmetra, Torbjorn, Tracer, Widow, Winston, Wrecking Ball, Zarya, and yeah, that's it, right? I think that's it. Yeah, we did Hook already. So, some major discrepancies with what makes logical sense. Oh, Grav. Yes, good catch. Grav? I feel like the answer is no. I think we're good with Grav. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tech. What is the effective way of speeding up my gameplay whenever I watch top traders that just play so much faster? The effective way to speed up your gameplay is one step at a time. How does a baby learn how to walk? How does a baby learn how to sprint? That's the question you have to ask yourself. One step at a time. You can't do everything at once, but if you build one thing at a time into your autopilot, then you're able to do that thing automatically, which means that you could do it quickly. You can't think about 7 different things at once. You can think about one thing at once, but if you think about one thing at once, you'll be able to do it quickly without thinking about it, and then it becomes something you can do quickly. So what do we have here? Hog takes you out. Sigma takes you out. Anna takes you out. Ryan Pin doesn't. Doom Punch doesn't. Brig Rally doesn't. Cassidy doesn't. Junkrat Trap doesn't. May Blizzard doesn't. So here's to me, if you want to talk about buffing ball, change this right here. Maybe Sleep Dart stays. I mean, but there's, if you're, I mean, hooking and staying in your form would be a massive buff to ball. And I want you to pay attention. Hog, Ana, Sombra. I mean, there's like a huge portion of ball's counters. I don't think he needs more survivability though, but we talked about that. We're going to take away survivability that's not correlated with CC. You get what I'm saying? That's the same thing we were talking about with Ramacha the other day. Ball does not need more survivability. He needs more survivability versus CC or counterplay versus CC while also having, because the problem with, if you're like a Kiriko or a Lucio or a lot of these other things, I mean, Lucio has ways of dealing with it. It's really hard to deal with Ball because you don't have the damage to kill him. You know? So we could, if we implemented these changes, we could cut down his HP or cut down his adaptive shields by 50 or 100. Yeah, I think the whole transformation argument is kind of like outdated. Like Ball's kind of in his own niche right now when it comes to that. So it's like, I agree. I just think to me, it needs to, here's what it needs to be. The game design, when it comes to the mechanics like transformation and all these other things, or channel, needs to mimic what is good. And you need to have the what just feels good. Okay, let's have the game designed around that. If you need to shift how Ball's form is calculated or programmed, then fine, we do that. So I think that this is, if we want to talk about counterplay, if you get CC'd, you should stay in the form that you're currently in, I think. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. Let me think. The only concern is then if you reward people for only staying in ball form, do we need to try and motivate people to get out of ball form? Yeet'll say ball should be a DPS. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So do we want to, sorry, would we want to buff guns? I don't know. So if we make Ball keep the form he was CC'd in, then the only concern, well, we need to nerf his survivability for sure. And then we might want to consider motivating him to whip out the guns a little bit more so that there's like more risk reward, right? So that like there's more ways of catching him out. But I honestly don't know if I don't know. Well, let's just keep this as an idea and let's just keep going. Change enemy airlock from 0.5 to 0.35 seconds. I don't know. Maybe. Would we? We would definitely need to buff something else. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is one of your team-based abilities. If you're buffing Ball to essentially have 100% form uptime, he's even more crit immune than before, even less interactive, even more of the cast. By the CC changes? The CC changes?
Ah, boy.
Yo, thanks for the raid,
You know
Herloaf.
what this is? This is a trash can.
We're trying to fix Wrecking Ball. So Wrecking Ball is like Bastion, right? Close enough. They should fix what? The CC immunity on tanks? Maybe. Maybe. But I wouldn't want to take away the CC immunity. I would not want you to be able to boop a tank as much as you can boop a support. Maybe there's like, it's somewhere in between, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I don't mind increasing. I just don't think that we should like totally remove, like make Ball be able to boop Orion as far as you can boop anything else. Oh, yeah. I think this is a good change. It is pretty silly that a Doomfist slam clears all of them. Yeah, Minefield cat. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Minefield should not be changed. Minefield is fine outside of maybe having not being instantly cleared by 5 more HP. People that are like, oh, we need to buff Minefield. Nah, like Minefield gets a lot of value. It's just because it doesn't always get kills. It's like one of those indirect versus direct things where it zones so much space when you use it properly. It's really it's tricky. It's not a bad tank ult. It's one of the most consistent ultimates in the game. Right? It's not the one that's going to get you a lot of kills. It doesn't have the highest win rate, but it's consistent value. I don't think Minefield is anything that needs to be touched. I also don't think infinite grapple should be brought back, to be honest with you. Too many broken things that you can do with that. You can have it as a long duration if you'd like, but infinite is no point. All movement CC only reduces his movement speed by 50% when in Fireball. Remains the same as not when not in Fire. What do you guys think of that? That's the second time we've seen it. So where like the slows have like a diminished effect on Fireball. I'm not sure I fully understand what's even being said, to be honest with you guys. Like, what slows are we talking about? Roadhog Trap, May Slow, Hinder, I guess. Hmm. So you reduce the speed, but it doesn't automatically break Fireball. Am I understanding that correctly? Again, I still don't feel like I understand it correctly. Okay. Is Adaptive Shields not castable while you're slamming? That feels like one of those Junker Queen shout things. Interesting. That's definitely a. I disagree with this one, actually. I don't think Slam should give CC immunity. I think that's one of the hardest times to actually CC a Wrecking Ball. And if you CC a Wrecking Ball during his Slam animation, I think you should be rewarded for it. Maybe that's a hot take. Sleep Dart, Whip, Boop, Lusu. I think if you're even a hook, right? If you're able to after the slam is a free CC, right? But I think during the slam, no, I don't think you should have CC immunity. What do you guys think about just tweaking the gun to having fewer bullets but having more punch? Guns are fine. Yeah. I do feel like any major buff, the gun would be broken because the DPS is already really high. I saw something on the competitive Overwatch was just talking about how they needed to buff his gun, and I really did not agree with all. I did not agree at all. Bullets. Ball needs to ignore 10-15% tank passive. Yeah, we talked about that. Ball shouldn't suffer from body block. We talked about that. I want a deployable decoy as much. I appreciate the idea, but I don't think I want a deployable decoy. Health reduced. Abilities like hack no longer get wrecking ball out of its roll mode. I don't think he should have the Doomfist ability where he gets more damage for hitting more targets. Because it's already good. Like, I think one of the sleeper things with Ball is he's already good versus grouped up compositions. Like, now he just becomes unkillable. Like, imagine hitting, even if you gain 25 over health for an ability, right? Hit like 4 people, and that's like another 100 health. I don't know. Now, keep in mind that this person has removed adaptive shields. Oh, well, he gets. I appreciate his ideas, but I'm not as much of a fan. Yeah, we're doing ball quack. This is kind of interesting. Roll change from ability 1 to passive. So it's like Sombra. Like, your automatic default is in form. And if you're not shooting, then it automatically puts you in ball form. It's interesting. It's not that big of a deal, but it'd be interesting. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. My one problem with that is that at points you want to be able to go into ball form on command, and you wouldn't be able to do that as much. Yeah, you still need the option to go manually. So how would we deal with the CC immunity? You would either have it so he doesn't lose form, keep the form that he was CC'd in, or I think you'd have to tie it in with adaptive shields. No, I'm not gonna collab with them. I was supposed to do a collab with Chasm, but that fell through. And then I've talked with Yeedle about it a few times on the podcast. No form loss. Fireball is CC immune. What's up, Calyx? The problem with Fireball is CC immune is in situations where people are holding or going for double boops or holding grapple and just doing spin to win. Thanks to the sub, Calyx, by the way. There would be no way to stopping it. Yeah, Quack Like a Duck, this is mostly just quality of life stuff. We're not doing any like fundamental reworks of ball here at all. Just quality of life tweaks. That's what no infinite grapple is for, right? But it already lasts too long as it is. It lasts for around 3 or 4 seconds, right? So that's 3 to 4 seconds of CC immunity, essentially. Appreciate it, London. What do you guys think about this? Quality of life? Just what feels really bad playing versus or playing as Wrecking Ball? What if adaptive shields granted 100 shields that left you CC immune or 150, but if you broke that 150 shield, he was now CC, like basically think like a permanent Zari bubble. Not permanent, but like 4 or 5 second duration. But if he pops adaptive shields and you, very similar to what this person's saying, right? But then you burn through that section of HP, the adaptive shields HP, and then now he's CCable. So you could time your adaptive shields for when the CC's coming in and defend against it. But the danger is if you don't use your adaptive shields and you try to ego it, you lose the HP. I don't think cleansing would be the way to go. I feel like cleansing would lack a lot of counterplay. Playing against KSA, Queen, or any other good Queen comp is the hardest because comps are in phase of you just run over your team is way harder than the dealer. Yeah, I understand, but I don't think that there's a lot that we can do about that, to be honest with you. I think that's just the nature of the character, and I don't think that you can really change it, to be honest. I think part of that is just player understanding. Because the funny thing is that Ball is not even that bad versus Junker Queen in like high elo. Not like high elo, excuse me, but like coordinated team environments. Like playing like Ball spam, like the AoE value of Ball into that is pretty good. It just requires like some sort of coordination and such, which is never going to happen on rank. I think that like that's a fundamental problem with the character, but I don't think that you would be able to change that without kind of ruining the character. You know? It's like the people that want like more frontline presence from Ball. I don't think you do. I think the CC is also not really a problem if you know how to play into it. I disagree only because I think because it's so easy to CC a Ball that here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with having a high skill ceiling character like Ball, right? And leaving him high skill ceiling, right? But I do think that it would be nice if we were able to encourage more people to play Ball, because the second that they pick Ball, they didn't instantly just freaking die to Sombra. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we want to appeal people to play Ball more because they don't get instantly counterpicked and plat and die immediately. There will always be a skill issue with Ball, but you can make it so that the value floor is a tiny bit higher just because you have more counterplay in the kit. You don't want to make ball easier in terms of ceiling, but the floor is so freaking low. If you bump that up just a little bit, you're gonna have a lot more people playing ball. I don't know why you guys hate ball so much. Maybe it's just me, but I don't mind playing ball so much. Half the people that complain about ball are just the people that are like, oh, we need a shield tank, that have no understanding anyway. And if you make ball less vulnerable to CC, then you're going to be less unhappy when your ball gets counterpicked, because he's going to actually have tools of dealing with it. Ryan keeps me safe. Right. That's the problem. That's like a mentality problem, because Ryan doesn't even like the idea that you need a tank to protect your backline is what's keeping Ryan players in silver, to be honest with you guys. It's not I think it's a skill issue, to be honest with you guys. I really don't even mind playing with or against ball that much. It feels like there's like, especially if you're playing a character that has tools to deal with them, you know? I like to share my thoughts, but I have no understanding of ball whatsoever. That's okay. Welcome to the club. I think seriously though, London, I'm curious. What do you think of this idea where you have the adaptive shields, the first 100 HP of the adaptive shields grant CC immunity? Okay, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. What if adaptive shields was 100 shields guaranteed of a CC immunity? And how much HP do you get? You get 100 HP, right, for each target. What if you reduce that to 50 or 60 or 75 per target instead of 100? So you reduce the overall adaptive shield HP by a non-significant amount. I think it's still 100. Maybe I'm wrong, chat. Hang on. I know I'm pretty sure it's 100 guaranteed. Yeah, it's 100. So buff it back down to 75. So you lose a potentially up to 100 overhealth. Heck, bro, you could even go down to 60 or 50. So you wouldn't have these situations where ball has 1,000 HP anymore. Send it down to like 50. Oh, it's always 100 overhealth of CC immune HP plus 50 additional health points per enemy within radius. And if you really want to buff ball, chat, if you want to buff ball versus these AoE comps, London, buff this to 40 instead of 20. Yeah, you get ult charge. You get nerfed ult charge. Buff this to 40 instead of 20. So that way when you get these big AoE hunks, you're actually doing less than non-chip damage. So you still get massively rewarded for hitting a direct pile driver. In fact, it's almost impossible to kill anybody while only hitting a 40 drive. But it actually makes sense to slam a rotation. Because 20 damage is meaningless. Totally meaningless. I just think I don't think ball needs any reworks, guys. Like I just think that like I know it's ironic with what I said in the title here, but like I really do think it's just a tweak. 100 HP CC immunity. How long should that CC immunity? How long does adaptive shields last? Seven seconds. You could even nerf it. Nerf duration to 6 seconds if necessary. Reduce bonus HP to 60, 75 to 50, 75. Buff minimum pile driver to 40. I don't think you want 110 HP pile driver. I think here's the thing. If you grapple in, slam, and shoot right now on a target that doesn't have CC, you murder them as ball. There is no counterplay. They are dead, cooked. It's over. So buffing the pile driver damage will buff him overall for sure, but it's just going to make that even more oppressive. He doesn't need help one-shotting a squishy right now. It's dealing with the things that when he can't one-shot, right? The dual potential is already unbelievably busted. You don't need to buff that. If they have a support, it does nothing. I mean, yeah, that's every tank in the game. Like every tank except like Roadhog, and even then, you know? Your job is not to kill whatever squishy that you want whenever you want if they get support. That's how it works. However, if something's getting supported, they shouldn't just immediately be able to CC you and murder you right back with no counterplay on your end. But see, Iliari isn't even a problem as ball. I don't know how London feels, but I don't even find Iliari a problem as ball. I think Iliari's piling is so much easier to kill, and she can't consistently headshot you. I think Iliari is kind of bad versus ball, honestly. Yeah, so I think I like that solution maybe better. Maybe we could look into like something like stuns take him out, but maybe like Sombra Hack doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's like a case by case basis. But I honestly think that the adaptive shield, CC immunity, and then buffing the minimum pile driver, reducing the tank effectiveness, 5 more HP in mines, body blocking on an issue. I mean, guys, these are already really significant changes. Like really significant changes, I think. Well, it's only 100 HP of CC immunity. That's the thing. 2 shots from anything and the CC immunity is gone. Yeah, you only have 100 HP of CC immunity. Think about it like literally, it's a weaker Zarya bubble. Zarya bubble's 200 HP, right, chat? Right? So it's only 100 HP. So you have to time it really well. You have to time it perfectly. Frame perfect. Yeah, so it's 100 HP of CC immunity every single time that you press adaptive shields. And it lasts for the duration of adaptive shields. So you could even press your immunity and roll in. But you're probably going to be using it as you're slamming. Remember, adaptive shields while slamming, you can pop it while you slam. Or slam and then pop it immediately afterwards as they're sleep darting. So is it going to be easy to break? Yes, but that's what we want. It gives a good ball options to me. No, it doesn't cleanse. If you get CC'd, you can't pop it retroactively. Maybe he'll destroy EU ranked, but this is also why we're nerfing the HP elsewhere, right? We're nerfing the overall HP that ball can get from anywhere from like 200, 200, and so on. And to be honest with you guys, Chasm is a freak of nature anyway. Chasm is an unbelievable player. He's one of the best players in ranked that has ever, like with all due respect, he's one of the best ranked players ever at any point in time on any hero. There aren't many players that apply themselves that well to that level of a character. Like the guy is unbelievable mechanically. Like you just can't balance things around that character, that person. You know what I'm saying? You look at somebody like Yazan and Farah, and yes, you can balance things around Yazan and Farah because even crappy ranked players hate playing with and against Pharmacy. Now, you could say the same thing for Ball to an extent, but we're also addressing some of the things that make Ball frustrating to play with. And as I already said earlier, I think a lot of the issues with Ball are just more skill issues, and that people don't have an understanding of what makes Ball useful. Ball doesn't demand to support Pocket 24/7. Right? So that alone puts the Ball and Farah argument in different categories for me. Any solutions to my Bastion choose because of dying price can you set up? No, there's no solution, sadly. 300 hours a season is just like actually insane. Yeah, like buffs like this, I think, are the really insane ones. Like, and there's a lot of good changes in here, but I think like this is like, oh my gosh, like, can you imagine if the increased was increased to 2 and the spread was reduced? The weapons, it'd be unbelievable. So much damage. Adaptive shields now grants immunity to slows while active. Yeah, I mean that's another option too. That's another option as well. I don't like this change. I really don't like slows. Again, see, he already has enough CC. We don't need to have him slow. It would be so easy to kill stuff. It would be. I will say that would that would be huge team value. Huge team value. But I think too much probably. I think this would be too hard to play around. I think his hitbox is maybe okay. Because the problem again is it's like he is really hard to kill and shoot, right? Until he's CC'd, right? So that hitbox thing is not going to be as much of an issue because the hitbox is more of an issue when he's moving, in which case he's already hard to hit. If he's CC'd, he's not hard to hit. Hitbox isn't going to be as much of an issue. Hitboxes are more of an issue. It's why Kiriko is such an issue because when she's strafing, hitbox is way of an issue. If a Kiriko is standing still, it's not an issue really. And after she'll give it to your team and you can play boats. That's great. Huh. I wouldn't say CC is the source of all the problems. I would say incompatible values curves is caused a lot of the issue. Where whether we're talking about Bastion or Mercy, the ability to get value with minimal effort and counterplay, I would say, are the two main issues for me. But CC definitely falls into that category because most of the CC in this game is too easy to get value out of. And a lot of characters in this game do not have the capability of counterplaying that CC, right? So CC is one of the things that fits the bill on both of those aspects. So some of the direction, people like you and Toda are going to is maybe a little bit more punch on the kill. I would prefer to not necessarily go that direction. I think I could see that being viable, right? Where there's a lot more risk and reward, but I don't know. I do like the playstyle of repeatedly cycling as Wrecking Ball and so on. So I'm not so sure. I think Doomfist is just easier to play, to be honest with you. I think Doomfist also is easier to play. I think it's the big one. And yeah, I would say probably more consistent lethality, yeah. Easier floor is what I'd say. It's like it's not too hard to cycle your CDs on frontline and look for squishies with your ultimate, right? This is a good list here. Micro interactions. Micro slow interactions with ball. Do I mind moving my head? Oh, yes, sorry. Sorry, guys. Some of these I think could be looked at, for sure. How much do you think Ball got hurt when they changed over health to grant 50% oil charge? I think that's one of those things where I think he definitely got hurt, to be honest with you guys. I think he definitely got hurt. Definitely got hurt. It's free ult charge. It's like one of those things that people don't really pay attention to, but yeah, it definitely. I mean, if think about it, every fight, the enemy team gets around 15%, 10-15% ult charge for free. Somebody every single fight. I don't know if is there any solution to that though, because he is the. Perhaps even more than Doomfist. Maybe he feeds more ult charge for free. Is there any way to solve that? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there isn't a solution.
Ah, boy. You know what this
Oh
is?
my gosh.
This is a trash
Absolute.
can.
If they were, if listen, if I was in a room with Hitler, Mussolini, and I had a baseball bat, I think we'd all three take turns beating the crap out of Clairvoyant. And then naturally, I would use my time machine powers to stop the. But I think Clairvoyant would be Clairvoyant would be a priority here. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the tweet, little corn pop. I just knew it. People have suggested treating shields as a real barrier, kind of like Zari Bubble. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, like the equivalent of. Yeah. Sigma Male is just dropping May changes in here. Yeah, the CC immunity has to be selective. You have to be selective. It has to be skill-based as well. Chad, I'm so confused. My scroll wheel is like actually working. I don't know why. I don't know why it's working now. I mean, I'll take it. No more. A lot of people putting no time limit for grapple. I'm kind of surprised. I just don't feel like. I mean, I guess that was fun in points in time, but kind of obnoxious, you know. I don't think having exponentially higher shields is necessarily the solution here. It's just more HP. Adaptive shields lowered. Interesting. What do you guys think about the having a time duration of CC immunity versus an HP? I feel like I like the HP better because it gives more counterplay in both ends. And it also seems it works more intuitively where like the only bonus HP. Do we want it to last 1 second or do we want it to have 100 HP? That's the question. 1 second of CC immunity or 100 HP of HP immunity? Okay. All right. Then what do you guys think about this? Adaptive shield cooldown lowered. Pile drive ignores tank passive. What do you guys think? Nah? Okay. These are interesting ideas nonetheless. I think the idea with the behind the pile drive change is what London was talking about earlier versus rush comps, where you slow down the initial push, you know? More of a team play thing, you know? It's not the boop. It's the prevention. It's the slowing down of momentum. It's the peel, if you will. Niche, maybe. Niche, maybe. Yeah. But a lot of these changes are niche-ish. Okay. I'll put some more thought into it. Okay. I think part of the thing with Ball living forever is more of because of the CC threat. He's forced to disengage more often than he'd like to. You kind of get what I'm saying? I actually think Ball has, with grapple and his weapon reload, and I think he has the potential for decent uptime even with his current CD state, you know? I think it's just a question of if you lose your HP too fast to CC, then you have to have downtime. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Doesn't like the thought on terms of like the tank passive really hurting, not helping him much, but hurting him is actually a really good point. I hadn't thought about the tank passive really. You almost don't, you forget that Ball even has the tank passive sometimes. Because any CC on the pile drive or fireball, and it's like he's cooked, you know? So it doesn't feel like he benefits from it at all. Hey, Digital. Interesting idea with a wind-up thing. It's interesting. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, yeah. I feel like this might be broken. I think it's instead we should look at like the case by case basis of things that are causing Ball to lose momentum unnecessarily. It's an interesting idea though. Do you want visual? Sure. Why not? I still don't understand this. Like, there's something I must be fundamentally misunderstanding about Fireball. Fireball is not dependent on your max speed, not an absolute value. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. Yeah, no, I understand that. No, I get that. You don't have to be max speed to enter Fireball. No, I understand that. Fireball has a fixed speed threshold. If you slow him down below that threshold, he can't fireball even with max speed. I don't understand that at all. If you go 12 meters per second or faster, you should fireball. If you don't, you don't. Is that my miss? I don't fully understand. Cheers, Varashi. Be able to fireball when slowed. So in other words, so you're telling me if I'm going at 18 meters per second and a mate slow ticks on me, that slows me by 30%. So I slow down to 12.6 miles or meters per second, right? I lose fireball even though I'm technically above 12 meters per second. It's 15. Okay. So slow applied to any slow applied to a fireball, even if you're still at above fireball speed, will take you out of fireball. Is that correct? Yes or no? Any slow applied to a fireball, even if your maximum speed is above what should be fireball speed, will take you out of fireball. Yeah, I mean, you can show me, sure. Give me a second. Shoot me the code when you guys get it. Gotcha. Thank you for the code. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. I'm actually so dense. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys didn't see that. You guys did not see that. Wait, what map? What map? You need to change map first. Okay. Blah. Busan. Sure, why not? F to spawn bot. Yes, but how do I test the slow? You need someone. Okay. I need someone to slow me. Yeah. Let's see who I can pull in here. London, are you on? Come on. Yeah. Part of the reason why you can sleep a Reinhardt behind his shield is because of the gap between his shield and his body. There's a way to like flip the projectile in there. Make the game public? Okay, sure. Spylo's game. So in theory, even if I'm above 15 meters per second, I thought I kept it there. Did I not keep it there? Did I not keep it there, chat? It looked like I kept it there. All right, so here's what I need to do. Wait, how do I...
Watch your back.
Okay, there you go. So let's find out. Ooh, I lost it there. Wait a second. Is it because I held on to the grapple?
Bad guys. Hit.
All right, let's test. Ooh, hang on. So one more time. Wait a second. I mean, I need to pull this up in my Twitch stream afterwards and like slow it down.
Watch your back.
Wait, what if I do it? Wait, here. Or like here? Come on.
Bad guys. Take them out.
20. Oh, I got that guy. Let's try it again. That one I held grapple. Okay, chat, I need to pull this up in the Twitch stream. We need to pull this up in the Twitch stream here.
Get your head down.
And we need to change the speed here.
There are enemies coming.
Stupid overlay, bro. I guess we could do it without the overlay. Grapple's gone. I'm slowing down. There's the slow. But see, I'm underneath 15. So it makes sense that I would slow, right?
Enemy here.
Because if it's underneath 15, then that's normal, right? Because it seems that it drops from 20 almost instantly. 30% of 20 is 6. So anytime that I'm slowed by 20, if it's 15 and the max speed is 20, then it will always be underneath 15. It will always be underneath 15 any time a slow is applied to you. Oops. It happens because after you release grapple, you start decelerating constantly down into it. So May basically amplifies the deceleration, right? To me, this not working as intended? This is working as intended. Look, there's a slow.
Enemy over here.
I held the grapple. That was the problem there. But is that not working as intended?
I see an enemy.
Like, I see no slow, in which case that would not be the case. The only thing that I can think is... So what's the slow that's applied there? Oh, I held the grapple that time. You would need to have the minimum fireball speed be what, chat? 20, 18, like 13? 13 maybe? Because then 25% of 18 is 4.25. So 18 minus that, yeah, 13. You need to make fireball 13 meters per second instead of 15. So maybe that's the solution. Reduce fireball threshold to 13.25. So you're saying fireball should be calculated as a percentage of max speed. So if my max speed under Maze Slow is what is 14, right? And it's 3/4 of max speed to fireball. 3/4 of 14 is 42 divided by, so it'd be anything over like 10.5, like 10 meters per second should be fireball while being mace load. Am I saying that right? So you're saying while mace load, fireball threshold should be reduced to 10 or so. Yeah, see, I'm scared about that because I feel like ball is so complicated that could just break something. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Brax. It is tricky. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I'll put it as an idea to consider spitballing. I'll put it as an idea. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, it's an idea. I mean, it's silly to not at least consider it. Just not so sure how it, if it'd be broken or not, That's the big thing, is like, okay, I think we're done with ball, guys. I think that we have a lot of thoughts. I think I need to sit and think about these and kind of compile them all together, but I think I'm pretty pleased with this. I think we have some ideas. Obviously not really a rework necessary by any means, but we have enough to work with for sure. Okay, I'm going to head out. I got to roll. I'll see you guys Thursday. We'll have an ELO mastery call. We'll have some other stuff planned on Thursday, some fun stuff. I'll let you guys know what the plan is. Yeah, Appreciate y'all's help as usual. We are now 3 tanks done, 3 more to go. Orisa, Diva, and Doomfist, I believe. Did I hate all your ideas? No. I liked most of the ideas. I think a lot of the ideas were mostly just redundant. You know, everyone kind of had the same general ideas. But yeah, I'll chat with you guys later. Loves and kisses. Spilo out.